It's time for Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. Rams football on WMIX and the Section 618 app is powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville. Mount Vernon Rams football is also presented in part by Wren Lake College, Country Financial Agent Josh Finley, Mays & Sons Plumbing, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Munkin Toyota, Landers Collision Centers, Bean Insurance, People's National Bank, State Farm Agent Tony Wilt, State Farm Agent Tony Wilt, SSM Health, Culver's of Mount Vernon, Hannigan and McGovern, Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC, Walgreens Distribution Center, and Hall Insurance Group. We take you to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams football starts now.
Huge crowd on hand tonight as the Mount Vernon Rams football team opens their 2022 campaign here at Ken Hunt Stadium. Good evening, I'm Chris Hugo, Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon alongside as we welcome you into the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for the Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show as the Rams welcome the Taylorville Tornadoes. And on AM 940, 96.5 FM, and of course you can watch or listen live on the Section618.com app. You can download that at Google Play or the App Store, powered by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Coach Lonnon, obviously for the Mount Vernon Rams, they welcome back head coach Dan Mings. And for this team, for this program, obviously not to point fingers at the past, I think I'll actually say that again in the interview with Coach Mings coming up here in just a moment. Things were not going in the right direction for whatever reason. Obviously, it had been their one win in the past 2 years, a team, a program struggling to get numbers, struggling to field a full varsity squad some nights, but they were able to get it done. Dan Mings comes in, brings a wealth of assistant coaches alongside. Unfortunately, you're not one of those down there, but I'm glad you're up here with me right now. And numbers have improved immensely.
Yeah, and I think when they started this year, they started with about 80 to 85 kids, and that's a big improvement over what we've had in the past here in the last 3 or 4 years. And, you know, and numbers just make things so much easier. I mean, it doesn't equate wins. I shouldn't make it that way, but you know, practicing, you know, scout teams, giving your first team O, first team D good looks, you know, just having that depth, you know, when somebody goes down in a game, you know, having somebody, you know, go in there and cover that position. I mean, it's big. And, you know, his credibility and just his hiring here at Mount Vernon has doubled, if not tripled the numbers, you know, since, you know, last year in recent history.
Of course, Landers Collision Center would like to welcome Welch Collision Center to the Landers Collision Center team, now with more locations to serve you. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. And it's a Ram program that under Dan Mings, certainly an immense amount of pride, but a lot of success. Since then, one playoff appearance in 2013, a team that took double overtime to beat Mattoon in the first round en route to a 7-4 finish, falling to Washington the very next week in those 13 playoffs, have not been back since. And in fact, some years it has not been close. May not get there this year. May not get there next year. Don't know. Anything could happen. May get there this year. But I think once you start to look at improvement, you start to see the numbers. You start to see how things go here tonight. You start to see philosophies. You start to see fundamentals executed. And so for this Ram team, tonight will be a barometer of where they're headed early.
Absolutely. And, you know, you talked about, you know, the numbers earlier, and I did too. But, you know, more importantly, the system. You know, this is the same system that, you know, took the Rams to, you know, the playoffs in 2005, 6, 7, 8. The Diamond T system offensively, and then defensively we're going to see what they do tonight. But I have a good idea, but I won't wait and see. But the offense right now is going to be very similar to what you saw, you know, back in the mid-2000s. Scaled down, don't get me wrong. You know, they don't have it all there yet. You know, there's many more formations and wrinkles out of this thing that they just haven't had time to get in yet because the kids are just still learning the basics. But you'll see the base Diamond T tonight, probably 2 tight ends a lot of the time, full house backfield, and it's you know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense. And if the Rams are gaining 3 or 4 yards of carry, you probably won't see the ball in the air very much, and that's a recipe for eating clock. And it's a recipe for victory, you know, in the end, because you get to keep this Taylorville team off the field. We haven't talked about their quarterback yet, but we're going to.
We certainly will. We certainly will. In fact, we'll even talk about the Taylorville quarterback with Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings coming up here on the Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. We'll take a break, come back, have that interview with football coach Dan Mings here on your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. We'll take our first break. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Whether you're hunting on an ATV, competing in motocross, or just hanging out with friends hitting the trails in a side-by-side, we have your off-road memories right here waiting for you at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with Yamaha. In the woods, on the track or trails. Enter your victory lane from Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
ATVs are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Raise a Warrior, RLC's micro scholarship program for in-district students grades 3 through 12. Get up to $2,000 for college at RLC. Earn points with things students do every day. Honor roll, sports, volunteering, clubs, and so much more. Parents create an account, set up your child's profile, and that's it. You're now ready to earn and track points toward real money for college. Let RLC help you raise a warrior. Get started today. micro.rlc.edu.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
Welcome back to the Landers Collision Center's pregame show, AM 940, 96.5 FM, or you can watch it live tonight on the Section618.com app, available in the App Store or Google Play. Download it today. Chris Hugo with Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. And, Coach, I'm here to tell you, if you'd have told me in 2010 that we'd be sitting here having this interview right now, not only would I have told you you were crazy, but I would have also believed it at the same time. How's it feel to be back?
Well, because I am a little bit crazy, but no, it is so good to be back home and getting back in the swing with Mount Vernon football again and the community. It's just home.
Well, it was one of those things when names were bandied about as far as those interested in the position, and even just in talking with friends, talking with buddies just around town, the excitement level when your name would pop up as somebody who may or may not be interested in taking this Mount Vernon football job, I can't describe the way people reacted, how positive it was, how excited it got them. So obviously I don't expect you to say anything to this, but it's one of those where to me this was the perfect match, the perfect hire, the right guy at the right time, and certainly the right place as well. So it's great to have you back, but obviously, I don't want to point fingers at the past, but not an easy position to take over. I mean, this is a team that's made the playoffs one time since you've been gone, but it's also one of those where, let's be honest, what will it take, besides patience, of course, what will it take for this program to be successful again?
Well, I think that you said patience is going to be the biggest thing. The buy-in is here. Right now we're just sort of at a lacking with just basic football knowledge again. There for quite a while, we had a pretty good run, but we had, the first 3 years that people will remember, it was still trying to straighten some things out and do some things a little bit different. And, we're sort of back to that first stage, of getting this thing back to where we need to go, where, everybody understands football language. Everybody understands, what's expected. And I was thinking this morning, driving back to school that, we're pretty good athletically. We're pretty good number-wise, and the kids are giving a great effort from what they've known as giving an effort, but we're going to keep asking more and more and more of these kids, and the effort's going to keep getting better and better.
Well, and your success at Mount Vernon obviously speaks for itself. Your success other places obviously certainly adds to that conversation as well. But, you're a guy that's been successful. I don't like to give away too many trade secrets. I know you don't either, but you're a master of the diamond tee, and I would have to assume that that's what we'll see tonight, and as long as you're at Mount Vernon. Yeah,
that's who I am. That's what we do. We're not going to change the recipe from how we've been successful. That's one of the biggest things is, you find a thing that you're good at, you stick with it, you master that offense, you master that defense, whatever the case may be, and you just practice it over and over and over. Repetition And pursuing excellence is the whole thing that we've got to get done. And that's what we're doing. We're at the beginning stages of learning what to do. Right now, we're in the diamond, and we're going to stay in the diamond, but it's going to be a basic thing until we get good enough that we can start expanding it. And right now, we're still mastering the basics.
Understandable. I mean, there was a lot to improve upon. Again, not pointing fingers at the past, but
and I don't want to do that either.
No, you're not. I have the tendency to accidentally do that, and I don't mean anything that I say to come across that way. But obviously, I'm excited to see some of the improvements tonight, and I know you've had a lot of numbers come out for the program, which is good. Numbers have been a problem in the past. How many kids will dress varsity tonight?
We should have about 44 varsity kids out on the field tonight, and then we've got 33 freshmen, so the numbers are coming back up. The freshman numbers, I think, are really solid, and that's where it starts. Some of these newer kids coming out on the varsity, don't have a lot of experience. So the numbers are good. The numbers are well enough to look like we've got the program headed in the right direction. But as far as experience goes, a lot of our upperclassmen really do not have any experience. So we're just we're teaching the basics, and we're going to put a product out there on the field today that is going to be improved. How much it's improved, I think it's improved a ton. But there's a long way to go. So we're right now, Chris, we're right now to the starting point of where we should have been 7 months ago whenever we started.
And that's understandable. And I think coming into tonight against the Taylorville Tornadoes, obviously I'd like to talk about some of your kids that we can expect to see tonight, but we're talking about a Taylorville team where they leave the Central State 8 Conference, they go on a run of 7 straight playoff appearances, and now they've struggled the past couple of years, whether it be numbers, whether it be inexperience. Sometimes you just have that athletic turnover as well. It can be cyclical. But this is a team tonight. I'm not going to say, hey, the Rams could be improved enough to get a W tonight, but certainly I think we'll see a much better result against Taylorville than what we've seen in years past.
Well, we hope, but this is the deal. This is the deal with Taylorville. Coach Odom was an all-stater. He threw for over 5,000 yards. He is still the leading quarterback in Taylorville history. Well, his son is now the quarterback. So they are going to throw the ball all over the field. They are going to be wide open. They're going to try to get us in space and do some things like that are going to, cause us some issues on the defensive side of the ball. Now, with that being said, they are going to have to bring everything they got to stop us on the offensive side. They're going to have to be fast. They're going to have to be very, very physical, because if they're not, they will not stop us. So it's going to be one of those things that, turnovers, pre-snap penalties, those types of things that happen during the game, the momentum switches, those are going to be pretty big for us.
You say it's going to take everything they have. Who are some of the kids that it'll take everything they have to stop? Can you give me some names of some kids on Mount Vernon?
Yeah, well, just across the front. We've got R.J. King playing left tackle. He's 6'5", 265 pounds, and he is an athlete. And he is pretty vicious whenever it comes down to doing what he's got to do on the offensive line. And beside him, we've got one of the Maddox boys, or one of the Randall boys, and I think it's Maddox, could be Mason. I still can't tell them apart. Playing left guard. And he's a regional, I think he's a regional champ in wrestling. Then beside him, we got Travis Sanders that playing center. And I'm telling you, I fell in love with Travis. I came up and watched the Rams in the regional wrestling, and he was a 95 to 210-pound kid wrestling heavyweight, and he beat the snot out of these big heavyweights at the regional, and he impressed me so much. He's a fighter. You know, beside him, we got Aiden Weems. Aiden goes about 205 pounds, but I'm telling you, we are so fast up front, it's mind-boggling, to be honest with you. And then beside him, we've got Clifton Gammons. You know, Clifton is 6'4", 320 pounds, and you think, man, that's a little big. No, Clifton flat is getting after it. So up front, we're pretty good up front, to be honest with you. Our tight ends are Baker and Williams, and, you know, they're kids that haven't had a lot of experience. Williams is a first-year kid, but they're doing everything we ask them to do, and they're busting their tails. And, you know, both of those kids are over 200 pounds, so, and they're athletes. So we feel really good about what's happening up front. In the backfield, Peyton McMillan, he's going to be our quarterback. Peyton is a kid that the other boys on the team, you know, they came to me and they said, we really want Peyton to be the quarterback. We really want him to be out there. And when your older kids, your senior kids, your younger kids are pointing to one guy that they want leading the team, you know, you sort of tend to go that direction. In the backfield, I would say that if we are not the fastest running backs in the South, we've got to be some of the top. You know, we've got Anthony Lash, who was on the second place team at state in track. He is incredibly fast. We have Levante Nesbitt. You want to talk about a worker. Oh, my gosh. You know, you're thinking, you know, you come in with maybe some preconceived notions and those types of things about if they're going to be tough, you know, what kind of kids they're going to be, you know, because I know he's a pretty good basketball player. You know, I mean, he gets out there and hustles and does some things. Well, in football, he is amazing. So we've got him out there. And then we have Ethan Rivera. Now, Ethan is about 5'9" and about 215 pounds, and he runs probably a 4.6 40. He bench pressed 275 pounds 10 times this summer. He squats probably around 500 pounds and runs a 4.6. So he's like a stinking freight train. So we have the recipe right now to be incredibly successful on the offensive side of the ball. And I think that that's something that we're going to look at as maybe being our best offense and also our best defense. You know, our ball control game and the way that we do things, you know, our offense is going to be a big part of our defense.
You say offense is a big part of the defense, obviously controlling the clock with the running game, things of that nature. But who are some of the guys we look to tonight to stop the Taylorville passing attack?
Well, I mean, again, Levante and Anthony are going to start in the defensive backfield. Mylan Nesbitt got injured this summer, and he is I want to say he's probably a Division I kid. He may not play a lot tonight because we're coming back from a hip injury. But, you know, those are the three guys in the defensive backfield that are really capable of shutting anybody down, in my opinion. And then at linebackers, we've got Gabe Lutonen, we've got Baker, we've got Jakari Burton. Those three guys are going to play our outside linebacker positions. Harry Randolph and Jameer Smith-Henson, we call him Dash because there's so many, you know. So those guys are going to be our inside backers. And then up front, we've got Rivera. We've got our other Randall, Mason or Maddox. Okay, we got the other one that's playing defensive tackle. We've got Coulter Podgosky. He's playing their defensive end, and RJ's playing the other defensive end. So we're big, we're strong, we're fast. It's just we are struggling with some concepts right now.
Sounds like to me, final thing, usually I try to get keys to the game. Obviously, that's a segment of our pregame show coming up here in a little bit. But to me, it sounds like control the clock, stop the passing attack. have a chance, what would you add?
That's exactly what we're going to do. Try to control the ball, control the time of possession, get the other team off the field, whether it either be a punt or a turnover, and control the ball again on the offensive side. Those are the things that we're going to try to do. That's what we have to do.
Sounds like a plan, Dan. I appreciate the time. I know you're a busy guy. And on behalf of everybody that is either from this community, has gone to this high school, or currently lives here, welcome back.
Well, I appreciate it so much, and we're going to do our best to make Mount Vernon proud again.
No doubts about that. That's Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings here on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll have your Munkin Toyota Buick GMC keys to the game. We will also have your Hall Insurance Group starting lineups. We're live from the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth on your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. Call 1-888-LANDERS the next time you need them, big or small. Landers fixes them all. That's 1-888-LANDERS. We'll take a break and come back. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app, driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
There's only so much time in the day. That's why People's National Bank makes banking easy and convenient with P&B To Go mobile banking. P&B To Go allows you to deposit checks, pay bills, transfer money between accounts, view your statements, turn your debit card off and on, and much more, all on your smartphone. It truly is banking at your fingertips with P&B To Go mobile banking. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
That's right, WMIXsports.com for one more year before it merges into Section618.com. It is Mount Vernon Rams football tonight, AM 940, 96.5 FM, or listen live, watch live on the Section618.com app. I'm Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonan alongside former offensive coordinator for Mount Vernon Rams football and back-to-back regional champion with Lady Rams basketball, as we're back in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth here tonight. Mount Vernon Rams football, of course, is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, the #1 volume dealer in all of Southern Illinois. Coach Lonan, obviously for this Ram team, I'm not going to say high expectations, but expectations of improvement. For this Ram crowd, obviously there's excitement here in the King City. This is the biggest crowd I've seen in a Rams football game in years.
It's almost like a playoff crowd, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's hope it can be that someday.
Well, you do, and if we can win tonight, look for this to happen again next week, and then you start to build some momentum. I came in here at 5:45. I had to park way out in the South 40 just to get a parking place to get in here. So there's a lot of people tonight here from Mount Vernon to see Coach Mings' debut here for the second time around, and he said a lot of good things in that interview. I listened as we were just kind of sitting here waiting to go back on the air. But, expectations, we just got to keep them real. I mean, this is a football program that's won how many games, Chris, in the last,
right?
What was it? Somebody said 3 games in 8 years. I mean, so, hey, listen, it's baby steps at this point. If we win this football game, I mean, gosh, look out. That's a huge deal, because you got to remember where we're coming from in the last 8 years. So right now it's at the phase where, they're teaching vocabulary, they're teaching, language, football language. They're teaching the types of blocks they want. They're teaching the type of system they want with, that requires those blocks. It's layers upon layers upon layers of stuff that build a system, and it's not done in 6 months. It's just not. It's going to take, a couple years, 3 years before this thing is fully developed, and on both sides of the ball. I'm an offensive guy, but that happens on both sides of the ball. So I hope tonight we come out and we're very competitive and we play with heart and we play with great effort, which I know we will. And, when those things happen, no matter what phase of the game you're in terms of a new staff, or whatever, you got a chance to win. And gosh, I'm so excited for the coaches and for Coach Mings and for the kids because they got a great opportunity here tonight if they compete hard to possibly pull out a win, and that would be big, big, big for Mount Vernon football.
Boy, it certainly would. And we have so much to talk about here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame. We still owe you Hall Insurance Group starting lineups. Among other things, Muck and Toyota keys to the game are coming up as well. Here, pardon me. Here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, we'll take a break. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the saving superstore everyone is talking about. Hi, this is Leah from DollarSavingDeals.com. Right now, you can buy half-price certificates to your favorite places in Southeast Missouri and Southern Illinois, like Kretzner's Bar and Grill in Hoyleton, Muddy Roots Collective, Buckwater Brew Works, Swamp Tails in Carlisle, Bubba's 2 in Nason, Joe's Pizza in Mount Vernon, Thai Taste in Carbondale, and so much more. Next time you want to go to your favorite place for half the price, shop DollarSavingDeals.com.
Are you ready for your teen to get their license? I'm Country Financial Representative Josh Finley. I know it's a little scary when you see your kids backing out of the driveway by themselves for the first time, but knowing that your young driver has the proper protection from Country Financial could make you feel better. Call today, 242-4024, or visit me online at josh.finley@countryfinancial.com.
Let the journey inspire you in the new 2022 Toyota Avalon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson from Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. The 2022 Avalon Limited is midsize luxury with heated and ventilated seats, power tilt, slide, moonroof, and premium JBL sound, and so much more. Now you can save big with $1,000 cash when you finance through Toyota Financial. Come see me, Chris Wilson, at Munkin Toyota just west of the interstates in Mount Vernon, or if you are expanding inventory online at munkintoyotamountvernon.com.
Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Towing and Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. At Landers Towing and Collision, we think that building a winning team is essential to providing our customers with the best service possible. Some of the products we have to offer include pre- and post-repair scanning for a clean bill of health, unibody and structural repair measuring, frame measuring and repair, and ADAS calibrations. ADAS is a network of sensors, cameras, modules, and programming that assist in driving and parking functions. Choosing the correct team to repair your vehicle that has evolved alongside this technology is essential for a safe and quality repair. That's why we have spent countless hours providing our technicians with the highest level of training the industry has to offer. ICAR Gold Class Certified Collision Repair Training. We would like to welcome our newest members to the team, the Welch Collision Center family. Now with more locations to serve you, big or small, we tow and fix them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't have time to make a trip to the bank? No problem. With mobile deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone, and with a couple of clicks, it's deposited into your account. Depositing a check with a PNB To-Go mobile banking app is just that easy. Just tap, snap, and deposit. Plus, it's free. Download the PNB To-Go mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank. We make banking easy. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
AM 940, 96.5 FM. Watch us live on the Section618.com app. Give it a download on the App Store or Google Play. I don't know why I can't come up with what the two app stores are, but there we go. And here we are. Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonan alongside for the Mount Vernon Rams opener, 2022 opener tonight against the Taylorville Tornadoes. Rams will be dressed in their home blacks tonight, Taylorville in their away whites. It was a long trip to Taylorville last year. We were delayed by a severe thunderstorm coming through before we ever got underway. And the Rams came up, I believe, a 13-0 loss on the road last year. Hoping to be a little bit more competitive this year. And Coach Lonan, keys to the game tonight are handed to us by Munkin Toyota. Of course, MunkinToyotaMountVernon.com makes it easier than ever to shop with SmartPath from the dealership or the couch. See live inventory and pricing, as well as unlock all deals. Save time, shop smart with SmartPath at MunkinToyotaMountVernon.com. What are keys to tonight's game?
I think the very first key is don't fumble the football and don't turn the ball over. You know, it's a ball control offense. It's an offense designed to get first downs. and you just cannot fumble the ball and give it away. And then that's 1A, and then 1B would be pre-snap penalties. Don't start yourselves out in 1st and 15, 1st and 20. Again, a ball control offense where you're running the ball a lot. It's hard to pick up gigantic chunks of yardage when you start out 1st and 20. So penalties and don't fumble the ball are huge keys offensively. Defensively, we got to control Baron Odom, the quarterback. You talked about him earlier. I haven't seen him yet. We haven't seen him yet, but we've heard all kinds of really good things about him. His pedigree, his dad being basically a high school legend up there in that part of the state. And people also, I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but his dad was Tony Romo's backup at Eastern, Chris. So he knows the game, and he was good enough to be Tony Romo's backup and set the records he did in high school. That you got to believe that knowledge got passed down to young Barron. So he's the guy that you got to control. They're young, Chris. Their roster is full of sophomores and juniors, not a lot of seniors. So this is a team, a Taylorville team that is not experienced, even though they have an extremely talented quarterback. I think we can take advantage of that. We'll see how mature they are tonight, and that may play into our hands. So I think those are some of the keys, that we have to look at tonight in the game. And I think lastly, just knowing this from experience, if we're going to be trailing, we can't be trailing by more than one score in the fourth quarter. It's just very difficult right now. I think it would be. I don't know this for a fact. I think it would be without a couple breaks, to be down 2 scores, with 12 minutes to go and get 2 quick touchdowns, in a ball control offense that is just in its infancy stages that it is right now. There's not a lot of things you can reach down for right now because you're just in the base of this offense. So if you're going to trail in the fourth, let's keep it at 1 score where we can get one and maybe take the lead and then hold defensively. So those are things that just come to mind, just sitting here observing what we got going in front of us. But exciting night. Man, we got a lot of people here, don't we? I'm just looking down here at the crowd, and it's just full on this side.
Definitely a lot of people in attendance tonight at Ken Hunt Stadium, and it's great to be with you. WMIX Mount Vernon, section618.com, a world of free service from Withers Broadcasting. Peace of mind comes standard at Munkin Toyota with Toyota Care. You're covered with maintenance and roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Or ask about longer protection with Toyota Care Plus. Find out more at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Sun-drenched field at this point. Sun right in our eyes. Of course, dirty windows, and I got 2 in front of me, so make it a little bit more difficult.
Little Windex would work real well right now for us, wouldn't it? And that sun is right in our face, and it's going to be for about, 20 more minutes, maybe 25. But it is a beautiful evening, and when that sun goes down over those trees, it's going to be perfect for football. Coin toss now. Can't see what happened there, Chris. Not yet.
Rams will have the football first. I believe they elected to receive, if I understood that correctly.
If I'm not mistaken, I know this crew. Would that be Tony Gualdoni out there in the white hat or not? Or is he still doing it?
I have a card, and I don't remember seeing him on my card, but on the card I had, that was not the white hat I had on the card. So okay. I don't know. Interestingly enough, but it's going to be problematic this window, actually. We do appreciate everything Mount Vernon High School has done for us to help us get this off the ground again this year. As we await kickoff on 2022-2023 high school sports coverage here on WMIX and the section618.com app. The Rams are going to kick first. They will defend left to right while the Taylorville Tornadoes will – actually, Hugo, you have that backwards because you're not paying close enough attention. The Rams will have it first going left to right while the Taylorville Tornadoes will kick off, trying to fix something on another station in another building, but we'll get that taken care of, and we'll have high school football for you here on this Friday night, driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports Group in Nashville, the #1 volume dealer in all of Southern Illinois. Shop them online at holzhauers.com as we wait for kickoff. Back to return for the Rams. Looks like Anthony Lash Jr., the deep man. He's about the 17-yard line. There is the kick right down the middle at about the 18. It's Lash with it. He'll go right to the middle down to the 25, looking to get to the 30 on the near hash. He'll shake a man at about the 35. Now looking for the 40 at the numbers to the 45, near midfield, out of bounds at about the 45, maybe the 47 in Taylorville territory. That's going to be a return of about 30 or so yards from Anthony Lash Jr., and that's great field position for the Rams. That's that speed Dan was talking about in the pregame.
A lot of speed there. That's about 37 yards actually, Chris, and a great wall blocking up front. That was just a middle return, and he just waited for his blocking to happen. He picked a hole, and that speed is hard to deal with. Great field position. We're in their territory, 47-yard line, 1st and 10 Rams in the diamond tee, double tight. Here we go.
Out of the diamond tee for the quarterback, Peyton McMillan. We'll get to the Hall Insurance Group starting lineups in a moment. His backs are Rivera, Nesbitt, and Lash. Lash the tailback here for the Rams. It's going to be an inside handoff coming to the near side. It's going to be Rivera to the 40, looking to the near side. He's at the 30.
Get up.
He may go at the 20, 15, 10, 5, score.
Yep.
And the Rams get on top for the first time in forever on a touchdown run by Mr. Rivera. 47 yards to pay dirt, and the Rams take a 6-0 lead.
Just very simple, 26 blast right off the tackle on the right-hand side, and that is just a staple play, and they practiced that thing a ton in practice, I guarantee you, in the last 6 months. It pays off. One play, touchdown, Rams. Wow.
47 yards for the score with 11:40 left in the first quarter as we await the PAT here for the Rams. Wow, there's the hold, there's the kick. Kick is up. It looks good. It is. The crowd will let you know, and it's 7-0 Rams here with 11:40 left to go here in this opening quarter. And Jeff Lonan, what a play, what a run. It was drawn up well. It was well executed. There were some gaps in Taylorville's defensive line, and the Rams were able to exploit.
Exactly, and, that's, you have to wonder if you were Taylorville. I asked, Dan and I were talking today about this. How do you prepare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for what we're going to do offensively? Because, they don't know we're going to be in this offense. They don't know what offense we're going to be in. So, when you come out in this, it's very, very hard to know what's going on if you haven't really seen it up front or have film on it. And unless they are able to dig back into some film that's, 4, 5, 6 years old, it's very hard to find this, out there. So, and it showed right there. I mean, we blocked everybody perfectly. We sealed the inside of the hole, and there was nobody. So let's hope that continues here the rest of this game. If it is, it's going to be fun.
I hate to do this to you. I cannot see.
I can't either, really. I
was looking through double dirt there.
I'm kind of guessing.
Unfortunately, I did not see the Ram kicker. I could not get a good look. I neglected to ask Dan that in the pregame interview. I thought it might have been Luton because I thought he told me he might get some kicking chances early on, but that one is on me as well. 7-0 Rams, though. They are on top. First play from scrimmage, and that's a touchdown run of 47 yards for Ethan Rivera, and the Rams will certainly take that. So now Taylorville trying to get something going here on their opening drive. One play so far puts the Rams up 7-0.
Yep, and we had the ball all of 10 seconds to score 7 points. That's good stuff right there.
As the Rams kick off sides, and then they recover.
Did they get it?
They kicked an onside kick, recovered. I believe that was Fisher Davis. And the Rams trying to strike while the iron is hot. Dan Mings looking to get the crowd riled up. It's been a while, Dan. They may not know what to do.
Well, they act like it because they're on their feet right now.
Fisher Davis recovered it for the Rams, and now they're going to have the football.
Well, that's a great call right there. Up 7-0. Got all the momentum, the big crowd here. Why not try it? And it works.
So it'll be Ram football here again. It'll be on the 45-yard line in Taylorville territory. The ball obviously between the hashes to start the drive. So we've had all the second off of the clock here.
All right, here we go.
Out of the diamond tee for the Rams, McMillan, the quarterback, under center. Same backs, Rivera, Nesbitt, and it'll be Nesbitt on the carry this time. And a blast right up the middle. He gets down to the 35-yard line, still on his feet between the hashes to about the 32. That'll be a gain of about 13 for Nesbitt on the ground.
Yep. Now that's the same play going to the left side, so that's your 4-back going the other way. The first play for the touchdown was the two-back going to the right, so that's 26 and 47 blast. They've run 2 blast plays now and gained 60 yards.
11:28 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10. The ball on the 32-yard line between the hashes. Handoff, McMillan. He's going to go right back to Rivera.
There it is. Oh.
Nice spin move, lost his footing. He'll fall at about the 25-yard line for a gain of 7. So 2 carries for 54 yards in the score so far for Ethan Rivera.
And 7 yards feels like a short gain, doesn't it, Chris, from what we've seen?
Boy, it certainly does. You hope for 3 to 4 per carry
you do.
in this offense, and they are certainly averaging well more than that here with 10:53 left to go. We are in the first quarter from Ken Hunt Stadium. I gave him too many yards on the carry. They gave him 6, but I'm going to keep it at 7.
Yeah, I am too.
Split to the right side, of course. Is there? Nope. That's Sean Baker for the Rams. Going to be
broken play.
It is. McMillan going to run for his life. Might have gotten a yard on the play.
Yeah, he did. That was going to be a trap to the right side. Well, now we got a flag, Chris. It's in the defensive backfield. They give him a yard? They did not.
Starting lineups presented by Hall Insurance Group on the line. The center is Travis Sanders. Your tackles are R.J. King and Clifton Gammons. Your guards, Mason Randall and Aiden Weems. Your tight ends, Zarian Williams, Dezion Baker, Ethan Rivera, Anthony Lash, Devontae Nesbitt, your running backs, and your quarterback is Peyton McMillan. Those are your offensive starters. Don't waste your time. Let Hall Insurance Group do the shopping for you. Go to hallinsgroup.com and get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. Rams back on the line here on 3rd and 4 from the Taylorville 25. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Fisher Davis. He will get the ball, get down to about the 20-yard line, maybe to the 19. Yep. And it looks like another speedster on the field. Might have just gotten 6 for the Rams to move the chains.
And that's a first down, and that's what you want. About 4 yards there. Same play, 26 blast. We've ran 3 blast plays and a trap, and the trap was broken. The blast is the off tackle play, Chris, right between the tackle and the tight end. And that's where we're picking on right now.
.05 left in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 from the Taylorville 19. Rams up 7-0. They scored on the first play from scrimmage, onside kick and recover. And here they are, the Diamond T. McMillan will hand off Nesbitt. Nice move in the gap. He'll go up the left side, inside the 10 to the 5, maybe. Nope, going to be tripped up to about the 7-yard line. Oh, they're going to spot it all the way back at the 10, but that's still a gain of 9 for Bouray on the ground.
Yeah, again, same play, 47 blast the other way. We're running 2 plays right now and just running all over them off tackle. It'd be interesting to see what Taylorville's adjustment is to that, if there's going to be one before halftime.
2nd and short here for the Rams. Clock drops below 9:30 here on the possession. 7-0 Mount Vernon lead. Double tight on the Diamond T. McMillan's under center. Keeps it himself, goes right up the middle. Looks like Peyton might have gotten the first down on the quarterback keeper.
Yep, that's a silent sneak. Quarterback approaches the line, doesn't say anything, and just snaps the ball and falls forward for the first down. Smart play on short yardage.
.10 left here in the first. 1st and goal from about the 7-yard line for Mount Vernon near the far hash. They're going left to right. We'll drop below the 9-minute mark here on 1st and goal. 7-0 Mount Vernon. All right, this is going to be another one to Rivera. Blast to the right side. He'll get inside the 5 down to about the 2.
Got about 5 there.
Three carries, average about 29 yards a carry for Ethan Rivera with a touchdown so far.
Yeah, that's not bad.
8:29 mark of the first quarter. Rams football driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville. Buying a vehicle, simple, easy, and fun. Shop them online, holzhauers.com. Here's the snap. Did McMillan keep it and get in?
Yeah, it's in.
Quarterback keeper.
We got a flag.
2-yard touchdown. Let's see what the laundry's all about on the field.
Yeah, hold on, boys. Flag came out as soon as he crossed the goal line, so I don't know what this is. Who got in there, Chris?
I thought it was McMillan on a quarterback keeper.
It was kind of a scrum. But there is a flag on the field. I don't know what they called.
Thought it might have been a hold, but we'll see.
We'll see. Well, the official's going to come over here and talk to Coach Mings, so I'm going to guess this is on Mount Vernon. There is a kicker on the field, though, so let's see.
Fisher the kicker?
Okay.
If Fisher's the kicker, and again, I'm sorry for not having known that sooner. That's even more impressive. He recovered the onside kick.
The touchdown counts, by the way. So now we kick the extra point and we go on. So that's all that matters.
There we go.
They'll assess this penalty, and it must have been a celebration or something like that after the score. They'll assess this on the kickoff. But nonetheless, we will try to kick the extra point now. Taylorville coach is on the field. He's going to
Jeb Odom not happy about something.
No, he's not. I don't know what's going on now. All I know is the scoreboard says 13-0 Rams, and that's important. Okay, they're going to assess it on the extra point, Chris. So instead of it being a 20-yard extra point, it's a 5-yard penalty, and now it's going to be a 27-yard extra point. Nope, it's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. I'm just all off. It's a 35-yard extra point now.
They say it's like riding a bike, but it really is not.
It's 35 yards now for the extra point.
See if we can get it. Fisher's kick is up. It has the distance. Is it online? It's going to be off to the left. Wow. Just to have the ability to get it there.
Yep.
Makes me happy.
That's a tough call. I mean, that's a tough way to go there. 35-yard extra point, but can't blame him. 13-0 Rams, and Taylorville has shown no ability to shut down this offense so far. That's the good news.
I think the bigger thing is the Rams lead this thing 13-0 with 8:15 left here in the first. Do they do it again, or would that be too obvious? I wasn't expecting to the first time, so you could get me again.
They'll kick this one deep. I'm absolutely sure of it.
$8:15 remains here in the first quarter. We're delighted to have you with us on WMIX or watch us online on the Section618.com app. Already numerous contenders for your next Josh Finley Country Financial WMIX Sports Ram of the Week Award. Contact Josh Finley at Country Financial today to talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of. To help protect what matters most, call Josh Finley, your local Country Financial agent in Mount Vernon, as we await the kickoff here for the Rams.
You know, I want to say this, too. One of the keys to the game was to keep Odom off the field, right? Odom hasn't taken a snap from center yet, and there's 8:15 to go in the first quarter, and we're up 13-0.
Clark Rahar back to return for the Tornadoes, but it may not get that far. We played off a hop at about the 20. Rahar will come up with it. Now on the 30 that gets to the 35, it's going to be fumbled, and it looks like the Tornadoes may have recovered early. From the early look there at about the 37-yard line outside the near hash.
Yeah, they got it.
I think the Tornadoes kept it. But give credit to the Rams. Streaming, as always, is presented by Rend Lake College. Cost-effective and close to home. Find out more at rlc.edu. Your journey starts at Rend Lake. It's 13-0. Rams on top here in the first quarter. And I can't tell you how good it feels to say that. 8:06 remains here in the first. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 37-yard line for the Tornadoes. But what's going on here? They're going to spot at about the 36. That's even better.
Yeah, it is.
Rams will take that. Out of the pistol here for Baron Odom, the quarterback for the Tornadoes. Looking for the inside handoff, and that was a run by Lakin. Nope, it's ours. That's Seth Hughes on the run, and I thought that was Rivera out of nowhere for the drop tackle. That's going to be a tackle for loss and negative yardage for Seth Hughes, the senior running back, 5'7", 140.
That's a good first play defensively, isn't it? And kind of a momentum setter.
Wow.
We lost 4 yards on that. That's tough. Now you got to look for the ball to be thrown.
So now you're at one play from scrimmage. negative yards at the 7:30 mark of this first quarter. Out of the gun, 3 to the right, 1 to the left for the white-clad Tornadoes. Purple pants. They're looking for Hughes again. He's tackled for a loss. Absolutely swallowed up. That Ram line is quick. They're quick off the edges. Gang tackle beyond the 30 down to about the 27. And, Jeff, I didn't see the would-be tackler, but that's going to be another loss.
I didn't either.
About 5.
The sun's right in our face, but that's what they lost about 9 yards in the last 2 plays. The ball's going to be in the air here, surely.
Oh, pardon me. I neglected to mention we've had 2 Mays & Sons Plumbing touchdowns tonight. One of our new sponsors here on Ram Sports. Find them on Facebook. You won't believe some of the amazing work that they've done as the Tornadoes are back out of the pistol. 2-step drop, looking for the check down to the near side, and that one might have been picked off by Davis. They're going to call the flag, and I don't believe it.
Oh, my gosh. Whatever.
I don't believe that one. It'd be a 15-yard penalty if it's PI, and hopefully they wave it off.
Well, it's all it can be, I think. I mean, what a great play on the ball. He had position. I just don't know how you play it any better than that. I just don't know how that can possibly be pass interference.
Again, my apologies to Mays & Sons Plumbing. 2 Ram touchdowns here early. Of course, if you need some plumbing services, 618-279-3338 for Mays & Sons Plumbing. Again, my apologies to Nathan and company. 2001 Mount Vernon grab. So let's see if they stick with it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, boy. I don't know about it. They're down here, I'm up here.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think we're each doing our respective jobs for a reason. I have no interest in being down there.
Boy, I thought he played that just perfect.
But, Jeff, here's the bright side.
Maybe I'm biased,
when you're third and about 20, now it's going to be, or second and about 20, it's going to be third and long, or a little bit longer than what it should be. Hand off to Hughes to the 40, 41, maybe the 42. Might be a gain of 2 or 3. To about the 41, it'll be a gain of maybe about 3. It'll be 4th and 5. Rams lead at 13-0 if you just logged on. 6:22 left here in the first quarter. 4th and 4 for the Tornadoes from their own 42. And I would assume we're going to have a timeout. Jeb Oden doesn't like what he sees on the setup. Burns a timeout here, presented by SSM Health. If you're looking for a new doctor, go to ssmhealth.com/doctors. SSM Health, the healing power of presence. So 6:12 remains here in the first quarter. 4th and 4 for the Tornadoes when we come out of the timeout. Ball on their own 42-yard line, but most importantly, Jeff Lonan, the Mount Vernon Rams, a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, and looking really good defensively, too. I know that was a point of concern, was just, being able to contain, Odom and the receivers, and then at the same time, not let them run the ball on you. Well, the running game's been completely unsuccessful here early for Taylorville. And then we pick the ball on their first pass, get called for a penalty. And now we've got them at 4th down and about 5. So big stop here, and you got the ball back with a chance to run it down there and go up 20-0. And that's big for a first quarter lead.
Yeah. Rams will take it if they can get it. Looks like we'll see a punt. Jeb Oden didn't like what he saw, didn't like the chances, and William Blue looks like will punt here for the Tornadoes. Looks like returning this time will be Nesbitt. I love it when my guys wear the same number in multiple sports.
Yeah.
Definitely helps me out. There's the punt. Nice tight spiral on the punt. That's a beauty. He's going to let it drop to the 30. It's going to take a Taylorville bounce to about the 10. You're a former kicker. You got to appreciate that.
I was a kicker, not a punter. That was
but
a punt.
Still, I know. Special teams guys don't stick together.
I couldn't punt where the
doesn't mean anything, but you still appreciate a good
I do.
bomb.
I do. I appreciate the punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But I don't know anything about it.
Doesn't mean you have to.
Great punt, though. It was. Was that from the 42 down to about the 10?
Yeah, great punt.
Well, that's 48 yards.
So now we'll see what the Rams speedsters can do here from deep in their own territory, about their own 10. 6 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. We're on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. If you've been hurt on the job, call Hannigan and McGovern at 618-241-9251. Experience you can count on, a reputation you can trust. And Right now, the Rams benefiting from Dan Mings' experience and reputation as well. Diamond T set, same personnel that's gotten them there so far. The quarterback, McMillan. His backs are Nesbitt, Rivera, and the deep man, Lash. Out of the Diamond T set, it's going to be Nesbitt this time. He breaks through. Broke through a couple of arms, but doesn't get past the linebacker as he'll be pushed back to about the 12. We'll see if they give forwards progress
Maybe
to the 15.
They got him all the way to that's 5-yard gain, Chris.
I say he had gotten through, and then they had pushed him back when he got to the linebacker. I think it was an outside linebacker.
And a 5-yard gain. We'll take that all night long.
2nd and 5 here for the Rams. Clock keeps moving, most importantly. 5:30 left first quarter. Chris Hugo, Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonan alongside.
Can we open this now?
Yeah, I should be able to. Dirt should not be a factor.
I need to get some air.
Go ahead.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Sun peeks back behind the horizon a little bit more, and we're ready. Pitch
Toss.
to the near side. That is going to be to Lash, and he's going to use the speed. Yep. He'll break. He's at the 30, 35 to the 40, 45, 50. Near sideline. He may go 30, 25, 20. Oh, my. He's in for the touchdown, and that is going to be an 85-yard score for Anthony Lash Jr. You got to be kidding me. The Mount Vernon Rams do it again on the ground.
Okay, so they've been running blast off tackle, and that time they changed the formation. They loaded the right side. They took the 2 back and put him over in a wing back position on the right-hand side to make him an extra blocker, and they tossed the ball to Lash and let him work on the perimeter. And, boy, what an athlete and what speed. He just picked a spot, and blocking was great. We sealed everybody inside, and he was gone. Great play call. Love it. 85 yards. It's almost, if he makes this, it's going to be 20-0 now, Rams.
Currently at 19, Fisher Davis trying to bomb another one through the uprights. Just missed one earlier to the left. Uh-oh, fake to Fish. Use the speed, find somebody in the end zone. That's caught. I think that's Kessler.
Yep.
Nope, Vernon.
Who is that?
Misread the number. My apologies. Eventually, takes more than a game to learn the new rosters every year. That was Jakari Vernon on the catch. Yep. And the Rams get 2 to make it a regulation 3-touchdown game. 21-0. Jeff Lonan, can you believe it?
Well, I'm writing feverishly on my stat sheet, which is a good thing, right? Let's see.
And I don't know if the Tornadoes expected this. About to be downgraded to a severe thunderstorm.
The Tornadoes are experiencing a hurricane right now. I'm going to tell you that. That was so far it's been 5 minutes of, or excuse me, 5 minutes. I say 5 minutes, 7 minutes of very impressive football.
Woo-wee. Another kickoff for the Rams. Hope Fisher Davis has plenty of boots.
Could have been a little trickery there, but they pulled back, and now they're in a standard, typical kickoff formation.
Kick is a big one, end over end. That'll be deep at about the back pedal to the 5. Up the middle goes Rahar, and he will be arm tackled, then brought down. Looked like finishing that one up was Quentin Millsap as Big E comes up with a big tackle. Rams lead at 21-0, 4:52 mark of the opening quarter. And what a lead so far by the Rams. We're in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. Don't forget Orthopedic Urgent Care now open. No appointment necessary. Walk in daily, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a nice shift. Miss the days of 8 to 4.
Taylorville just its second possession of the game here, Chris. And we're down to 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Exactly what you want to do. Keep that opposing offense off the field.
Quarterback under center. Now they're going to hand off to Hughes. The running game not quite there. I think Vernon and maybe a few other guys in on the tackle. I thought I saw Harry Rudolph, the inside linebacker, in on that. That might be another tackle for loss, Jeff.
It is. It's about a 2-yard loss. And Hughes is now, and it appears, Chris, and I'm not familiar with Taylorville's running game, but it appears they want to rely on Hughes a lot to run the football. because he's gotten the ball all 4 times they've handed it off, and he's rushed for a grand total of -9 yards.
With 4:18 left in the first quarter, 21-0 the Ram lead. They will be on the near hash, out of a shotgun set, single back. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. We have not seen a passing attempt out of Odom yet. Baron Odom, the quarterback, picks it up off the hop. Actually, we have. He's 0 for 1. Now he'll be 0 for 2. Looking to the left side each time. Of course, then again, it was a penalty. So he's 0 for 1
I did
now.
not count that because it was a penalty. Exactly.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1.
Yep, so that was his first pass right there that counted.
I'm trying to keep stats. I have to write a recap tonight for section618.com and trying to have my own stuff to go off of like the pros do, and I'm far from that.
Boy, we both are.
21-0 the score. Rams on top. It'll be 3rd and 12 now. Clock stops at 4:02, as I said, on a 21-0 game led by the Rams. 3-step drop. Now he'll throw into the flat, complete to Hughes.
Yeah.
Luton will give chase. He'll help bring him down along with JSH, Jameer Smith-Henson, and that's going to be another tackle for loss, and that'll be 4th and deep now for the Tornadoes.
Chris, they lost 5 yards on that play at least.
So now, 1 of 2 for -5. And the offensive struggles give credit to the Rams defense so far here against the Tornadoes. 3:26 left. Of course, we've not seen a lot of the Ram defense, which is part of the Dan Mings game plan. Make your offense your defense.
Exactly.
That's when things are going well.
Yep. Yeah, when it's clicking, this is what it looks like. And right now, it's certainly clicking.
3:10 remains. We are in the opening quarter, 4th and 18. There's a punt. Thought we had seen a fingertip on it. Not going to get very deep. It's going to take a hobble out of bounds, and I think maybe at about the 30-ish. It did not go very far. What a start for the Mount Vernon Rams. Up 21-0. They have the ball back now in Tornado territory, and the Rams just keep tacking on Mays & Sons Plumbing touchdowns.
I think, Chris, that was like a 13-yard punt. And that's not what Taylorville needed there. The ball went off the side of his foot, went out of bounds on their bench, and the ball's at the 30-yard line now going in for the Rams. Look out here. It could be 28-0 real quick.
McMillan will come in from the sideline. 3:01 to go. We are in the first quarter from Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. Rams football on your radio and online. Presented by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports, Southern Illinois' #1 volume dealer. Diamond T, double tight set here for the Rams on the Taylorville 30 far hash. McMillan, the quarterback for the black-clad Rams with the matte black helmets. I thought somebody left early. Now they roll the flag, and it's going to be a carry for Fisher Davis.
Yeah.
It'll come off the board.
Yeah, and that's one key right there we talked about. Just no pre-snap penalties because we're moving the ball and we may overcome this, but in future weeks there's going to be teams that we play that we can't give them 5 yards to start 1st and 15 offensively. So that'll be something that we'll have to watch here in the future. That's the 3rd penalty of the game, and they've all been on the Rams.
2:45 mark first quarter, 1st and 15 for the Rams after the 5-yard penalty. The clock will continue to move. Davis, Nesbitt, and Lash for the Rams. This one's going to be Nesbitt. He'll counter to the left side, as Coach London said. 30, now to the 20. He may be in. 5, score, far corner. Another Mays & Sons Plumbing touchdown. Unbelievable. This time it's Bouray from 35.
And that was coming the whole time. That counter play, that's the counter to the blast play that they've run so well here the whole first quarter. You're just simply faking the blast play, and you're bringing the opposite back the other direction. I believe there was a puller there. I think they pulled the guard out of there and let him through. And it's all misdirection, just a misdirection play off what you've trained that defense to see these first 6 or 7 minutes. And it was just like taking candy from a baby. Oops.
Going for 2 again. I think that one might have been underthrown. And it's 27-0. What a start for the Rams. What a big lead here for the Rams. as Nesbitt runs 35 yards for the score and puts the Rams on top 27-0. Again, a new feature, the Mays and Sons Plumbing touchdown.
So we have the ball all of 33 seconds, and we tack on another one. Wow, 27-0.
What a great start.
That's an understatement. And you got to believe these fans are having a good time. They haven't seen this in a long time.
And I think they're loving it, as they should be. Glad to have those of you watching online. Spot and company, I know, taking this one in. Grandma Paralee here in attendance, as this will be a illegal procedure penalty. Little lob kick to the right side, goes out of bounds.
You know, Chris, on my stat sheet, there's a category for first downs, right?
Yes.
Rams don't have very many.
No, haven't needed them.
They haven't needed them. We're just handing it off and scoring.
I want to say
I've got him for 3 first downs. That feels really wrong, but I don't think it is because we've got so many big plays for scores, and I just think, you know, they haven't stopped us enough for us to really pick up many first downs. I don't have Taylorville down for 1.
No, they've not gotten one.
So 3 first downs to none for Taylorville here in this first quarter, and the Rams are really 13 points away if they hold Taylorville scoreless by halftime to making this a continuous clock, right? In the is it third quarter now or fourth quarter? Second half, right?
Second half,
yep,
good sir.
Second half. And I'm sure Dan Mings would love that. Less time for someone to get hurt.
Odom, the quarterback, under center. Hughes was in motion. It'll be an inside handoff, and Smith Henson in on that one. I was looking for the ball carrier's uniform number. I want to say it was number 32.
It was either 32 or 22.
I think it was Gettings.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Gettings.
Okay. And that's the first person to carry the ball other than Hughes tonight for Taylorville, and he lost a yard.
So now he's -2. 2nd and 12 here for the Tornadoes. Out of the gun. Yep, out of the gun. Single back will be to the left. 2 to the right, 2 left on the receivers. And it'll be it was a fumbled snap, and I think recovered by Odom at about the 37-yard line, in which case that'd be a loss of 5.
It's Taylorville's second fumble. They got both of them back. Boy, they're playing with fire down there. Now they're at 3rd and about 16. And let's watch these defensive ends for the Rams just pin their ears back and go after him. Got to look all pass here, Chris, at 3rd and 6. Was it 3rd and I got 3rd and 16. Scoreboard says 3rd and 11, but it's farther than that. Yeah, here he goes.
Rolling to the right side, and that one will be a dump off into the backfield, and he'll have running room at the right sideline as the Rams were not ready that time. Plenty of seam up the right sideline, past midfield. I'm going to say maybe finally stepped out. Ooh, thought he stepped out sooner than that, but they're going to put him all the way in Rams territory at the 38.
Gave him about a 21-yard gain there, according to my math.
And I did not see the receiver. So that at least puts Odom in positive territory here.
Yep, he's 2 for 3 for 16 yards. Oh, we got a flag, Chris. Just take that off the board.
Well, I'll take it back. That'll ruin somebody's weekend.
Boy, that's a break.
Looking for scores from around the area tonight, presented by your local State Farm agent, Tony Wiltz. Having a local agent matters for your insurance. His State Farm team is ready to help. I know Harrisburg leads East Alton Wood River 14-6. That's with 7:47 left in the first half. Fall baseball, looks like North Clay beat Brownstown 17-5. Carterville leads Benton after 8-0. Scores presented by Tony Wilt. This will take us back to 3rd and 14 from the 39 with 1:02 left. And that snap was a bad one, and Odom's going to have to run. He'll dump it in the backfield. And that's good pressure from the Rams defensive line with 55.1 seconds left to push it to 4th and 14 now from that 39-yard line.
Chris, I don't understand what happened on the last play where the 21-yard pass was negated. Worked out good for the Rams, but the ball, when they spotted it, was actually about 2 yards in front of where it was before they got the penalty called. So I did not follow that whatsoever. But it worked out for the Rams. They made a great defensive play on 3rd down. Now it's 4th and 14.
It's like a bit of a cramp there for Rivera. He'll come off of the field.
Yeah, so I'm going to just move on from that. But the Rams are going to get the ball.
I'm guilty of if I don't know what's happening, I don't comment. Sometimes that upsets people because they want to know what's going on. But
yeah,
well, it's one of those things where from what it looked like, as you said, the ball was a couple yards further up, which means if it was a penalty that would have benefited the offense, normally they let the play go, but I don't know.
I don't either. Unless it was a spot foul of some kind, and that's how the ball just ended up there. We don't know. I wish they would have microphones, like they do like in the NFL or college, so they could explain the penalties to us.
Another punt, 4th and 14 here for the Tornadoes with 55 seconds left. Nice tight spiral again. There's Davis, and he will call for the fair catch. And it's going to be a muffed punt, and Taylorville may have it. No, great recovery by Fish.
Gave it back to him.
And now we'll have a flag.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be against the Rams, I'm afraid. A flag happy on that side. We've saved the #1 seat for Southern Illinois High School sports for your fingertips. Download the Section618.com app from Google Play or the App Store and have immediate access to our streams, plus nightly scoreboards, exclusive videos, or you can submit pictures and videos from any game you attend. That's right. You can submit a picture or a video to Section618.com through the app. It's the Section618.com app powered by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Download it now. 44.3 seconds to go. Where's this flag going to push the Rams back to? Right now, it looks like the ball is at the 25. Penalty is on the Rams. You would assume maybe back to the 10 if it's what I think it is. Either way, they have the ball, Jeff Lonan.
Get the ball in a 27-0 lead. But you can bet things like this will drive Coach Mings crazy, because the last thing you want to do with a big lead is get sloppy. Don't lose your discipline, because you're going to play teams down the road that are better than this Taylorville team. And for those teams, you're not going to be able to have, penalties such as this one. And I'm sure that he will touch on that Monday in film and at practice. Yeah, that's a big one, too. That's
15
a 15-yarder.
Takes him back to the 10-yard line. 44.3 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Lonan alongside. I believe we have a water break right now, but as during the change of possession here, we're at Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. Rams football is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports. Thank you for taking the time to tune in to us tonight, or maybe you're logged on watching via the Section 618 app. It's a lot easier to find. The video streams. The audio streams have always been easy. They are CarPlay and Android Auto friendly, by the way. So if you want to, quote, flip back and forth between one of the games, that's fine. If not, that's okay, too. Or for one more year, you can try to find the broadcast at WMIXsports.com. There's a bevy of links there as well. Or go to Section618.com, click Watch Live. Trying to make it as easy as possible for you to find the video streams this year. We're back at it next Friday night. We still have a while before the Lady Rams have a volleyball home match. I believe our first Lady Rams volleyball broadcast will be September the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for that one. Wish they had more home matches.
It's that time of year.
It is. No kick in the high gear in November. 44 and 0.3 of a second remain here in the opening quarter from J.D. Shields Ken Hunt Stadium.
I'm just glad to be in an athletic event where we don't have to be 6 feet apart and
that's always nice.
Wearing a mask. This is nice.
Fresh air.
Fresh air.
Out of the diamond tee for the Rams, split left and right. Handoff will go to, I believe, Lash up the left side. He got to the 15, maybe the 17. We'll see where they give him credit. Maybe a gain of as many as 6 or 7, and if so, it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Rams.
It was Lash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So A-Lash 2.0 is averaging 46 yards a carry in this young 2022 campaign.
Yeah.
Right now, a 27-0 Ram lead. And you have to forgive me, radio listeners. I'm so used to the scoreboard being on the screen now that sometimes I never forget about you, but I need to say it more. Trying to remember the numbers. I believe Kerry Richardson split to the right side for the Rams.
Yeah, this would be what they would call flex, where they take both tight ends out of the double tight position and then spread them out wide, widen those cornerbacks out. Probably still run the ball out of that, though.
They might. We'll see when we come back with the second quarter. After 1 in the King City. It's the home team 27, the visitors nothing. That's Mount Vernon 27, Taylorville 0. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Whether you're hunting on an ATV, competing in motocross, or just hanging out with friends hitting the trails in a side-by-side, we have your off-road memories right here waiting for you at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with Yamaha. In the woods, on the track or trails. Enter your victory lane from Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
ATVs are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Hi there, Chris Bean with the Bean Insurance Agency. We recently celebrated 20 years in business as your source for great rates and great service here in Mount Vernon. As a longtime resident of Jefferson County, we're committed to serving our neighbors and friends. At the core of our service is my wife, Brandy Bean. Brandy has a nursing degree from Sanford Brown College and started working at Bean Insurance on day 1. Call Brandy today for a great quote at 618-242-6017 or beaninsurance.net.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and of course the Section618.com app as we head to the second quarter. It is the Mount Vernon Rams 27, the Taylorville Tornadoes nothing. And Jeff Lana alongside, I'm Chris Hugo. Guess who has the football? It would be the Mount Vernon Rams.
Fresh set it down. Oh, wait, third and...
Should be second and
down,
short.
Second down and 3 or so.
Out of the diamond tee with Richardson on the right side of the flex. Handoff coming, though. It's going to be a trap right up the right side to Nesbitt. First down yardage and more as he'll get to the 25 and route to the 29. Gain of about 12, according to the scoreboard.
I was going to say, yeah, that was a bigger gain than you think. That puts him over 100. He's at about 105 right now, according to my stats. 105 yards in 1 quarter, and he's only run the ball 3 times. It's not bad.
What was that, Lash?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
That was Lash. That was a trap.
My apologies. I wrote Nesbitt.
Yeah. I had it as Lash.
It's one of the things I struggled with early on in my career, just getting to know the Diamond T. Of course, the three-headed monster of 07 did not make that easy.
Well, there's 3 backs back there, and the darker it gets, the harder it gets to see it, which is another advantage to it because the ball is hidden a lot of times. And I'm even having trouble right now. I can just tell by the movement what the play is, but I'm having a hard time picking the ball up. That's a dive right there.
That one is Nesbitt as he will get to the 31, maybe the 32. They'll say 31 for a gain of 2.
That's just a straight dive play to the halfback. That's the first time they've ran that. It's a short yardage play typically, but they ran it on 1st and 10. I guess probably just to show it to the Taylorville defense, so that gives them something else to think about.
Had some comments on the Ram uniforms tonight. Of course, Dan likes all black. Not necessarily a fan of orange.
Was that Mr. Lash on that last play, or was that
was Nesbitt that time?
Okay, those 2 guys, I'll tell you. You look at both of them, and they can scoot.
Vernon left. Richardson right here for the Rams. Same 3 backs. They're looking to pass
Look
for
out.
a slant. That's going to be easy pickings. That's Barron Odom on the pick, quarterback and corner. And that will be a interception return of about a few yards. And so that'll put Taylorville 1st and 10 at the Ram 31. Whoops.
Yep. Yeah, and I think they'd probably like to have that call back. But at the same time, they're playing soft out there. The ball was thrown a little bit off. If the ball had been thrown just a little bit more inside to the receiver, that would have been a one-on-one to the end zone if he'd caught it. the ball just got sailed and got away from him, and that another learning experience right there.
No doubt about that, as the Tornadoes will have it out of the pistol. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. The back is Hughes behind the quarterback, Odom, and that is going to be play action. Look at the left side, another slant wide open, but incomplete. As wide open and probably could have gotten some yards was Clark Durbin. Instead, it'll stop the clock, 2nd and 10. 10-10 remaining here in the second quarter in the King City. The Rams lead 27-0. Rams football driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports. Explore a multitude of vehicles at Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville. You can see for yourself at holzhauers.com. So that will be Clayton leaving the field.
I get the feeling, just watching them offensively when they throw the ball. Odom can wing it. I mean, he's got a great arm, but he's got to find somebody that can, it can catch it. He's been very unsuccessful at finding that good, solid, steady receiver.
I love a slip up in the backfield on the handoff to Hughes, and he might have gotten no gain.
No, he didn't get anything there. So Hughes remains at -9 yards rushing.
Have him for 5 carries unofficially and just can't get anything done.
5 carries, -9.
9:46 to go. We are in the second. We'll have your Walgreens DC halftime show coming up. The Walgreens Distribution Center halftime. Appreciate them coming on board Rams Sports this year. 2 right, 2 left. Single back shotgun set. The back flanks the quarterback to his left. Odom with the snap. Looking back. No step drop, and that one will be overthrown. Broken play.
Yeah.
Somebody ran the wrong route or the quarterback threw the wrong route. Either way, it's the wrong route. It's 4th and 10. The clock stops at 9:26. Again, 27-0 Rams.
Well, they're trying to just match up with their receivers man-to-man, just kind of like basketball. I think our philosophy is the athletes that we have in that secondary, and we do have some athletes in that secondary, rather than playing any kind of zone concepts or just, any of that fancy stuff. We're just saying, hey, we're playing man-to-man on their receivers, and we're just saying our defensive backs are better than you. And so far, it's been a good strategy because Taylorville can't pop anybody open. I mean, we're way up. We're playing press coverage, right off the line of scrimmage with those receivers.
Out of the gun, hit as he throws, and that's going to be PI if they call it that time. That would, wow, they did not. I would have called it that time, not the time before, but it falls incomplete, and unless there's a flag somewhere, it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah. And now the Ram defensive backs, if I just said, they're just playing press. They're right up there, not really worried about getting beat deep. And sometimes you really have to worry about that because you come up across receivers who can really run. But right now the cornerbacks of our Mount Vernon Rams are a little bit better athletically and a little faster, so they're able to come up and really, really press the receivers, and it makes it hard on Odom to find anybody open. And the other thing is we're getting a great push on him, Chris. I mean, there's a rush. I mean, he's not standing back there and just picking guys out. I mean, he's got about 3 seconds, and he's got to move and get out of there or get sacked. So the defensive line is doing a heck of a job, too, whenever he decides he's going to let it fly.
So the Rams get the ball back on the turnover on downs, 9:18 mark of the first half. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line on the near hash for Peyton McMillan and company.
Load left. Watch the toss. There
it is. Toss. There you go. You called it. And, of course, this will be to Anthony Lash Jr. getting to the 35. Looked like he stepped out of bounds at about the 36.
So when they load, when they load, they're going to bring a back over and have an extra blocker. We scored on that play earlier. But now watch out for the counter going the other way because defenses will start looking for that load back and think you're going to toss it. There is a counter that will go back the other way, and it's deadly if you can get the defense to flow toward that toss. And it may be a little early for that, but it's there, and it's in if we decide to do it.
They ever do it to the right?
They do. You can do it either way.
Okay.
Right, left, doesn't matter.
You've helped me with broadcasting this offense a ton. It's been a while.
Thank you. It's been a while for me, too, but it doesn't take long to watch, and it really starts to come back. It makes me wish I was down there, actually. There's a trap.
I was hoping you'd say that. Trap to the near side. This is Nesbitt to the 40 to the 45 on the near sideline. It looks like he got all the way to the 48. That's going to be a gain of 11 for Navante Nesbitt. He's having a good night, as we expected.
Yes, we did.
Just a junior.
What do you got there? You say 8 yards?
I thought I had him for about 11.
11.
He came for the 37.
Yep.
He's at the 48.
He's at about 70 yards now, give or take a yard or two.
And we'll drop below. Actually, we're at the 9:04 mark of the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Diamond T set, double tight. Quarterback McMillan under the center. And this one will be Rivera again
on the blast.
He is so smooth. Hot knife through Butters. He gets first down yards. Still on the right hash.
There he goes.
Still on his feet at the 30 to the 25. He is between the hashes right at the middle for the score. 48 yards on the ground for Ethan Rivera. Hobbled off with a cramp earlier. No worse for wear. Scores the Maize & Sons Plumbing touchdown. And the Rams lead is now 33-zip. Ethan Rivera. If he wasn't Big E before, he's Big E now.
Yes, he is. Oh, thank you. They finally turned the lights on up here so we could see what we were writing.
I'm actually used to not having them in most places, so I can go either way. We wait the PAT from Fisher Davis. Line drive. Somebody got a hand on that. That's what we're going to say. That or mistook his driver for a hybrid. 8:52 left. Actually, it'd be more loft than a hybrid, but that's here nor there. How about this Rams lead, Jeff? 33-zip. Another Maize & Sons Plumbing touchdown.
Yeah, and we still got 8:52 to go in the second quarter. I think it's safe to say that the Rams are on their way to their first victory of the season. I hate to say, I don't think I ever say that in the second quarter, but they are outplaying the Taylorville Tornadoes in every facet of the game right now.
You know what? They are. You know how good that feels? As alumni, this makes me proud.
Yeah.
As a broadcaster, I need to be excited for both sides.
Exactly.
Obviously, I graduated from here, though. Makes a bit of a difference. And, yes, I did get a diploma. At least I think. You know, you don't get it that night.
So they tell you.
You get a book.
What do they send it to you in the mail? Or?
I think so. You have to pick it up or turn in something or make sure all your money's paid or whatever. Pretty sure I got it. These kids, though, wow. 33-0 Rams. Streaming presented by Rend Lake College. Their Raise a Warrior program is open area children in grades 3 through high school. Enroll your child and start earning up to $2,000 toward future college. Find out more at micro.rlc.edu. See if the Rams kick off here or not. Rehar and I thought I saw 23 Clayton back to return as Davis will kick off. I know he's missed a couple, but, man, he's got a good leg. One had the distance, just barely missed. I like it. I love kicking, by the way.
I know you do.
And my apologies. That is Neiman, not anybody else. He'll go right up the left side, as oxymoronic as that is. He went left, got to the 29 on the left hash, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes from their own 29 with 8:45 remaining here in this first half. Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois Urgent Care now open. No appointment necessary. Walk in daily, 8 to 4. We're live from the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth here tonight. Getting deeper into the second quarter that sees the Rams manhandling the Taylorville Tornadoes thus far, 33-0. And you can say that because the Rams have gone up to Taylorville or even been here at home and been manhandled by the Tornadoes. Some years it's an EF0, some years an EF4, but either way, they've had their fair share of bumps against Taylorville, as we will have a flag and maybe a timeout to save the flag. To prevent the flag, I should say, by Jeb Odom. This timeout is presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home. Glad to have them back on Rams Sports. If you would have told me at 6:30 this morning, nestled up in the AM studio, a 20-ounce styrofoam cup of Krispy Kreme K-Cup coffee close in hand, talking to the tones of Dan Mings this morning, that it would be 33-0 here in the second quarter, I definitely would have thought you were crazy, and I definitely would not have believed you. I would have thought closer. We give a lot of credit to the Rams, give a lot of credit to the energy in this crowd. You don't think having Chaos Cage here like it's a basketball game doesn't help these kids?
Oh, absolutely.
I will say this.
Well,
these kids of the past 5 years support more sports than any class I've seen in a long time. My class did not support sports like this.
Yeah. Well,
this is incredible to see.
It is. It's I said this earlier. It's like a playoff atmosphere here tonight. I mean, every seat. I'm trying to reach. I can't see a seat that's really empty. I see a few here and there on our side, but there's people standing.
Yeah, we're going to have a quick snap and a quick run up the middle. Thght that might break. Sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but that's going to get you about the 27.
I was bragging on the crowd.
Keep bragging.
I was just bragging on the crowd, but it's just nice to see. And what this does tonight now is you start some momentum, because now next week we play at home again, and we hope this same type of atmosphere is next week and maybe a few more. And it kind of builds on itself. And then by the end, if you can continue your success, you really, really, really get some big crowds, because it's fun to watch. And I'm really excited about what I've seen so far with this group.
Out of the pistol, it's Hughes again, this time for a loss, negated his gain. That'll take them back a couple. No, they're going to say forward progress for a no gainer, so it'll still be a 4-yard loss. And that'll make it 3rd and about 10 with 7:55 left in this first half. We'll have your Mount Vernon Culver's 3 stars of the game with the Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show. Swing by Culver's and try a juicy Butterburger, or treat yourself to a frozen custard. Maybe some strawberry and banana mixed in there. Maybe some blackberry, whatever you prefer. It's your Mount Vernon Culver's at Veterans and 42nd. Maybe you like the turtle. This Rams offense, anything but a turtle. They are the hare.
Look out.
And they may win it, as this will be we'll see if they whistle a flag there. That target was at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it was.
On a quick out.
It was.
And it was overthrown.
Yeah, it was overthrown, but I'll tell you, that ball's right for the picking right there. And that's 6, but we just didn't get it.
Mercy. So I believe that is 4th down.
Odom is 5 for, let's see. Odom is 1 for 6 for -5, Chris. He just hasn't been able to find a receiver to
You
catch
ever
the
seen?
football.
Sorry, you
Go
ever seen
ahead.
a 5th down?
No.
I have. That's
No.
why I always check the marker cautiously.
I believe there was one. Wasn't there one in the college game years ago? It was at Michigan and somebody, and they got a 5th down, and it's legendary.
I think so, but
and
I
talk about it. But
I know there was one at J.D. Shields while I was doing the game, not long after I witnessed a ground rule home run. I've seen all sorts of anomalies since I've been doing Rams sports.
If you're around it long enough, you'll see everything.
4th and 9 from the Taylorville 25. Far hash spot. They will punt. And the Rams almost block it into the kicker on that one. That's a flag. He was into the kicker. Not much he could do. That was going to be against Glutton.
It should be a 5-yarder, though, because he just nipped him on his ankle.
He was attempting to block. He didn't get anything on it. Had he at least blocked part of it.
Well, I don't think he blocked it, Chris, because if he would, it wouldn't have been a penalty. So the ball came out clean. The question now is it going to be a 5-yard penalty or the big one?
This is WMIX Mount Vernon, free service from Withers Broadcasting. Top of this 8 o'clock hour in the Central Time Zone. We welcome all the time zones watching us live globally at section618.com on the app, or for those of you still watching on WMIXsports.com, maybe you're on Roku, maybe you're on your Amazon Fire, maybe you're on your smart TV. I don't know, Apple TV, Chromecast, whatever your pleasure.
Good grief.
You can watch us on the YouTube app on there as well. They do the full Monty of 15. That's a little much.
15 yards for that.
So it'll be 1st and 10, 7:18 mark of the half. Taylorville gets a first down, 1st and 10 from their own 40, between the hashes. Fake handoff looking downfield, and that one's going to be caught around midfield. Now slanting back to the hash at about the 40, stumbling to the 37. I believe that was number 23, Miles Clayton. No, it wasn't. My apologies. Ben Neiman.
Looks like about a 23-yard gain.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, okay.
That's how it works.
I don't know.
So with 6:58 remaining in the first half, it'll be 1st and 10 Tornadoes. Ball on the Mount Vernon 37-yard line, tucked inside that near hash, and I think Dan Mings wants a timeout. timeout presented by SSM Health. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Health. Let's do that again. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Healthcare Clinics. It's wellness that works with your schedule right here in Mount Vernon. 33-0. Rams on top. 6:49 left here in this first half. And the Rams look like they might be well on their way to an opportunity at a potential running clock to start the second half. And a running or a roughing the kicker penalty cost them 15 yards, and then Taylorville uses that to get a first down. So who knows? They may get on the board. They've struggled to move the football here tonight in Mount Vernon, where we are in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. Orthopedic urgent care now open. No appointment necessary. Walk in daily, 8 to 4. We have so many contenders already for the Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week Award. Contact Josh Finley at Country Financial today and talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of. To help protect what matters most, call Josh Finley, your local Country Financial agent in Mount Vernon. Coming out of the timeout here with 6:49 left on the clock. Second quarter action from Ken Hunt Stadium. I'm Chris Hugo, Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon alongside to my left. As the Tornadoes will empty out the backfield, go 3 left, 2 to the right. The quarterback is Odom. And he is looking left, told the story on the slant. The Rams whiff on an interception. That was a great effort by the linebacker, but there's usually a reason linebackers are linebackers, but that was a heck of an effort by Harry Rudolph, one of the guys Dan Mings talked about in his pregame interview.
It was, and now there's a little adversity. They've, with the penalty on the roughing the punter, and then Odom completes a 23-yard pass. So now let's see how the defense responds to that, because that is going to happen to you. You're going to have penalties that you occur, and you've got to be able to overcome, and you're going to have big plays that are going to happen against you, and you got to find a way to make another play back against them and overcome that. So it's a big character test right here.
Trouble with the snap on single back gun. Jameer Smith-Henson will swallow up Odom. Also there to help was number 53, Coulter Pekowski. And the end result there is going to be a sack for a loss.
Yeah, and that's how you respond right there. You just get through there and just sack the quarterback. He didn't have any time at all to really find who he was looking for. And it's a great push up front by the Rams. And Jameer came from his linebacker spot that time. That was impressive. So 3rd and 12. You got to believe they're going to try to throw the football again. Let's see if the Rams try to tee off and come after him again for a sack with kind of a blitz, or if they just kind of play honest and play man-to-man and try to knock the ball down in the secondary.
5:52 to go. We are in the second quarter. Getting closer to your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show. Need to get you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard in a moment. Catch up on scores from around the area. Taylorville takes their final time out of the half, brought to you by SSM Health. Let's see what we got. Where is it? Come on, iPad. There it is, SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home. So, there's that. 33-0 Rams. What a first half of football. I mean, to be honest, this is fun to watch.
I think everything we could have hoped for happened here in this first half. We have not fumbled the football. We have executed our offense. We have been really, really tenacious on defense. And we've got athletes on that field. And don't let anybody fool you. I mean, I've known this now for about 4 or 5 weeks because I talk every day to Coach Mings, and, he's been bragging these guys up. They've just got to sharpen up, and they've got to, continue to learn and continue to get better. It's a work in progress. I think he said that before the game on your pregame interview, and it is a work in progress. We got a long way to go because we're going to play better teams. But what a great way to start, not only Coach Mings' first game back, but just these kids and how hard they've worked to get to this point. This is going to make them so confident, and that's awesome, and that's a big one because, Coach Mings' philosophy is if you can make the kids believe they can win between the ears, they can win. And I've seen this group of coaches win a lot of games against teams that they were probably not quite as good as just because the kids believed. And that's what he's trying to instill in them right now. And this will go a long way tonight to setting that mindset.
Well, it ended up a quarterback keeper on 3rd and 12. Got 2 yards, makes it 4th and 10. 5:03 mark of the first half on the 37. Look at the pass. Slant play. Overthrown. Turnover on downs. And a flag.
Oh, boy.
You got to be kidding me.
Well,
I don't have a good feeling about this.
If this is against the Rams, it'll be their 6th penalty, and it is. And that's something that also the coaching staff's going to harp on, I promise you, at halftime.
So,
can't hear what he said.
I didn't hear it either. It's first down regardless.
Probably it.
I don't know if it was a late hit. I missed it.
15-yarder.
Take it to the 22 or so.
Boy.
With 4:57 remaining here in the first half.
So 6 penalties on the Rams for 75 yards, and that's too many. And that'll be, like I said, that'll be one thing that they'll address. I can promise you that.
Fairfield leads El Dorado at the half 14-0. Right now the Rams lead Taylorville 33-zip, and this is going to be a fake handoff. Odom's got some running room to the right side. Shakes a tackle, but nice backup there by, I think, Jameer Smith-Hinson. He broke a tackle on Rudolph, and that's Odom going up the left side. Got to about the 27, so might have gotten 5, and if so, that'll make it 2nd and a nickel. Pardon me, that was Vernon on the tackle. 2nd and 5 here for the Tornadoes. 4:27 mark of the first half. 33-zip. Rams in control so far, trying to come up with a hold here. Pass into the flat is going to be an immediate drop tackle there, as it was caught by number 35. I believe that's Neiman, and then the Rams in for the tackle. I think it was Lieutenant.
They didn't gain a yard at all on that. It's just no gain.
So 4:03 left, now 3rd and 5. Here we're in the second quarter. Ball on the Mount Vernon 17, make that 18-yard line. 33-0 is the Ram lead. That scoreboard update a moment ago, presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. That white State Farm Jeep. Rams may have jumped. They did. 5 yards, make it a first.
Yeah.
So they're going to go false start. Well, there we go. Oh, it is on the Rams. Well, boo.
Mr. Wilt fooled us.
Yeah. 3:38 left. Fresh set of downs for the Tornadoes. 1st and 10.
That is not a fresh set of downs, I don't think, is it?
Oh, just shy. It was. I went with the 5 on the board, so it must have been 5.5 or 6.
I think it was.
3rd and a baby carrot. With 3:37 left here in the quarter. Getting closer and closer to halftime. We'll have a much bigger scoreboard update. Quarterback Odom under center. Goal line set here. Probably, no, not a keeper. And instead, they're going to go on a run up the middle by Hughes, and he was leveled by the time he got to the line. I think that was R.J. King. RJK 3, actually.
I don't think that was huge. I think that was Getting. Did you have Hughes on that?
I can't see their numbers.
I can't either.
So
It's dark.
I'm just picking a guy at this point.
You know what I've realized tonight, Chris? I need to start bringing my glasses because this distance is really it's hard to see from up here, especially with dirty windows.
I was going to say, for me, it's not the distance.
Maybe it's just Windex.
Because I have double pane.
Yeah, yeah.
4th and 3 now. See if the Rams can survive another goal line stand. The back this time is Gettings. Will the Gettings be good? They will sniff out. The throw will be a fade in the end zone. Leaping catch. Can't come up with it. Incomplete. A diving effort up the left side. A 15-yard heave into the end zone. Unable to come up with it. Looked like Seth Hughes.
And it was a heave. And the reason it was a heave was because he had to get rid of that ball because we had great pressure in his face. Just as he threw the ball, we hit him. Completely clean play there in the backfield against the quarterback, and he just didn't have time to really set his feet, and now it's Rams football. Great job by the defense there.
What a turn of events.
Okay.
So the Rams will have it deep, 1st and 10 from their own 14. Capable of breaking off the big run. They've broken off an 85-yard score tonight. Can they do 86? We'll see. From 1st and 10 for the 14, 2:39 left. This one will be coming to the near side. Uh-oh, it's going to be Nesbitt. He's at the 20 to 25. Looking at the 30, 35, 40. Has two guys to beat. He's in midfield, now to the 45. Still in bounds. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Score! 86 yards. Devontae Nesbitt for the touchdown, and the Rams take a 39-0 lead on the Mays & Sons Plumbing touchdown. 86 yards by Devontae Nesbitt.
Unbelievable. You know what? No, actually it's not unbelievable because we have executed so well up front. Our linemen have blocked the exact right people, and they did it again there on that blast play. And our backs with such great speed. It's tough. That's tough to stop right there for Taylorville. And it's 86 yards on one play. Chris, that puts him at about –
puts him as
I got him at 156 unofficially.
Puts the main three backs as no doubters for your Mountford and Culver's 3 stars of the game. 2:23 left in the half. It's 39-zip Rams. Davis on for the kick. Try to make it 40. Chip shot. Yeah, baby, right through the middle, and it's 40 to zip. I don't remember a lot of things. I remember the last running clock against the Rams. Unfortunately, I don't remember the Rams' last running clock against an opponent. But my goodness, they put themselves with an opportunity to get one here tonight. Oh, my goodness. I have 35 Twitter accounts on my phone. I can't get to the one I need to right now, which is starting to upset me greatly. But I'm also a little fidgety because I just witnessed yet another great run by this Rams Diamond T rushing attack.
And that took all of 16 seconds. I'm trying to keep track of possession time, obviously, on here. And it's deceiving. You'd think the Rams with 40 points would have had the ball a lot, and they did in the first quarter. But when you're scoring in 16 to 18, 20 seconds, you don't get a lot of possession time out of that, Chris. But you do get touchdowns, and that's what we want.
Absolutely. 40-0. 40 to zip. 2:23 remains in the first half. We're getting closer to the Walgreens Distribution Center halftime. And the Rams distributing a potential running clock here tonight. 40-0. 2:23 to go. Unreal. The Taylorville Tornadoes, of course, their purple pants with a thick yellow stripe. Rams similarly dressed with black pants with a thick white stripe. Rams in all black tonight. Had to order new uniforms. School dropped a ton of money on this crew, and it's so far worth every penny. Would be anyway. 2:20 left. Here's the kickoff up the middle. We're going to have a flag here. It's getting to the 40-yard line. Will be Brayhard, number 20, as he got it near the 10. Good return there, but let's see what this flag is. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to the halftime show. I'm going to get up and get a water. Kudos to Seth English. I had a pizza, a hot pie waiting for us tonight. Cold waters. Told us plans of the future, at least he hopes. Have to raise some monies.
He's got a lot of good ideas, and he took care of us tonight up here with the water and the pizza for sure.
Hoping some kind folks are looking for tax write-offs, he is. Donate to the Mountford and Township High School Foundation. You can go to their website and earmark it for turf.
Boy, that would be something.
Hold on, the kick return's going to bring it back.
Yep.
So this won't be great real estate here for the Tornadoes.
It'll be one against them finally.
Back to the 30 with 2:14 left in the half. Under center, one to the left, and a back. Hughes in the backfield. Gets past his defender on the edge to the outside. There's Randolph with help at the 35 to pull Hughes down for a 5-yard gain near the out-of-bounds marker. I did not see who helped, but Randolph gave chase and was able to stick with Hughes, and that's going to be, a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
negates his last negative run. And again, I don't want to see anybody finish in negatives.
I don't either, but I've got him still in the negatives.
He still is.
He's got about 2 more yards to gain.
Play action on to the right side. We do have a flag. We have a chase, and falling down
It's going to be a penalty.
is the quarterback as Bukowski's able to tackle Odom, but we'll see what this flag is going to be as it pushed him back all the way to the 21, and he fell just to not make it any worse. It's almost like Strahan Favre on the record breaker. Not to take anything away from Bukowski, of course.
Right.
But I think he heard the footsteps like, I'm done. I'm out. Tony Wilt, your famous. Wait, I jumbled 2 lines there. Tony Wilt is your good neighbor State Farm agent. Find him around town or in that famous white State Farm Jeep. I guess that makes Tony famous by transitive property. 99 seconds remained here in the first half. 3rd and 19 is what we got right now. The penalty will be declined against the Tornadoes. And the National Weather Service in Lincoln not liking what they see here out of the Taylorville Tornadoes.
No, not so far. But, hey, Mount Vernon's had something to do with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have really, really played well. But there are things now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be things such as the penalties. That's the one that sits right here on the stat sheet that kind of sticks out to me. 7 penalties for 80 yards. And that's something I know that Coach Mings is going to address and work on. Just the overall discipline, not hurting yourselves. Make the other team make plays. Make them stop you. Don't stop yourself.
3rd and 19 here for the fellows from Christian County.
Timeout.
Must be Dan taking it. Timeout presented by SSM Health. Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home. 40-0 Rams here in the first half. I will repeat that. 40-0 Mount Vernon. 99 seconds to go here, first half of action. Which for all intents and purposes, they, I don't even know where I was going. Saw some out of the corner of my eye, and then I saw what it was, and wasn't trying to look, but I looked over there and saw that. It made me laugh. It warmed my heart.
It did.
So cute.
Retire.
Brian Reynolds listening, by the way, has sent me a couple messages saying, let's go Rams. Indeed, let's go Rams. Up 40-0. Minute 39 left here in the first half. 3rd and 19. And they will spread them out. And then back up because they're way past the line of scrimmage. It'll happen. Out of the gun, single back here for Baron Odom. Looking left. Goes to the outside, overthrown, and that'll make it. I think it's 2nd and 10. Now 3rd and 10.
Yep. First down's been hard to find for Taylorville tonight, and the few they've had have been gained through penalties. They did have that one big completion for 23 yards to Cameron White. That's the one that came to mind that they earned.
Georgia Peach is your Mount Vernon Culver's flavor of the day. Celebrate the 3 stars of the game in our post-game show. Run right up the middle, Hughes, and he gets up the gut for about a 3-yard chunk. Still in negative yardage, unfortunately, and that'll bring up 4th down. So a minute 19 left here. 4th and about 7. With a minute 10 left in the half. And barring a miracle, it looks like the second half will be running clock in favor of the Mount Vernon Rams.
run this down as far as they can before they punt it.
We're about 50 seconds on 4th and 7.
That's a penalty. The right tackle moved for Taylorville.
So I'll push them back 5, be 4th and 12. But I don't know at this point that that's their biggest concern. Halftime show will be presented by Walgreens Distribution Center. We'll have that coming up for you here. We'll talk about the first half that was. We'll do our best to calculate the stats. A game like this can make it tough. You have a lot of big runs, and then on the other side you have the exact opposite. Here comes the punt. Not quite as tight of a spiral. It'll take a bounce. Actually, it'll take a Pro V bounce at about the 40. Dance right there with the marker, and
32 yards.
Give us 39.6 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 40, and I'm guessing a couple of knees, or what do you do? Just go all out, go after it in the first half?
They may. Nah, I think they'll just take a knee.
Huge crowd on hand tonight. I was told there were no seats left in the stands into the first quarter, and they had the little cheerleaders here tonight, of course.
Yeah, somebody said
there's a name for it, and it escapes me at the moment.
No, but the number of cheerleaders that were here tonight, the young ones, like 200.
Yeah, easily.
30, 40 some cheerleaders.
And so some of those folks have left, and it's still a massive crowd.
It is. It exactly is. You're right. It's amazing.
I like having that just to get people out.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that every week, as long as the organizers want to have to go through the effort of doing that.
And that's
I'm not going to volunteer anybody.
Yep. And they're not getting paid to do that either.
So the Rams will take a knee.
Hats off to them for doing that. It made for a heck of a pregame, and they all formed a tunnel down here when the Rams came out too, which I thought was really cool.
Really is. With 16 and a half seconds left, that's going to take us to halftime, and we're going to have a running clock in the second half. We still have 6 seconds on the clock, Hugo. Your halftime score in the King City, the Mount Vernon Rams 40, the Taylorville Tornadoes nothing. We'll come back with your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show. What a first half by the Mount Vernon Rams, and we have plenty to talk about. It's all coming up on your Walgreens DC halftime. 40-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Whether you're hunting on an ATV, competing in motocross, or just hanging out with friends hitting the trails in a side-by-side, we have your off-road memories right here waiting for you at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with Yamaha. In the woods, on the track or trails. Enter your victory lane from Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
ATVs are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show starts now.
We're on AM 940, 96.5 FM, and of course the Section618.com app tonight, where you can download the app and then tap where it says Watch Rams Sports. You can tap that; it'll take you to YouTube, or you can listen to the audio feed as well in the Section 618 app, where you can also find feeds from Centralia, Benton, Hamilton County, Massac County, West Frankfort, Hamilton County. I said them twice. Other Harrisburg, El Dorado, Nash, Vegas, too. There's a lot of teams on the Section618.com app. Download it today. Powered by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonnen alongside, the latter of whom has won back-to-back regionals as head coach of Lady Rams basketball. As we're in your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show where the Mount Vernon Rams football team leads the Taylorville Tornadoes 40-0 here at the half. And what a first half of football it was. By golly, it got started in a big way with a big run on the first play from scrimmage as Ethan Rivera took it 47 yards to the house. Fisher Davis knocked down the kick to make it 7-0 with 11:40 left in the first. Fisher Davis goes for the onside kick, then recovers said onside kick as the kicker, no less. Then the Rams drive 45 yards and cap it off with a 2-yard run by Peyton McMillan. At that point, the Rams led 13-0 with 8:15 left to go in this very first quarter. They get the ball back again. Anthony Lash Jr. runs 85 yards off of a pitch for the touchdown. Then a Fisher Davis pass to Jakari Vernon for 2 points gave the Rams a 21-0 lead. That was at the 4:59 mark of the first quarter. Still in the first quarter, Devontae Nesbitt runs 35 yards for the score with a 2-point conversion that failed, and the Rams then had a 27-0 lead with 2:27 left in the first. Tornadoes tried to make it interesting with a drive of their own. They couldn't capitalize. They give it right back to the Rams, and our end of first quarter score was Mount Vernon 27 and Taylorville nothing. Fast forward into the second. Taylorville had a little bit more time of possession after the Rams had thrown an interception, run into the kicker, gave Taylorville a little bit more time with the football, a little more clock. Ethan Rivera broke for another 40-plus yard score. This time it was 48 yards. Fisher Davis couldn't knock down the kick, and the Rams then led 33-0 with 8:52 left in the second. More time of possession for Taylorville. They couldn't do much with it, and this time the Rams took over on their own 14, 1st and 10, and that's when we're even talking about an 85-yard run earlier in the game, and could somebody knock off an 86? Little did we know that Devontae Nesbitt would bob and weave through a gap, get to the sideline, outrush everybody. We knew that was possible, and get the 86-yard score, and just a chip shot and a little knockdown shot by Fisher Davis. The kicker made it 40-0, and that's where we stand right now, Jeff Lonnen. The Mount Vernon Rams lead this thing at halftime. 40-0, running clock forthcoming in the second half. I have a feeling some of the people will go home, but a lot of them still seated, and this is a huge crowd on a huge night, and give this Mount Vernon Ram football team a lot of credit for hanging tough and knocking off 40 points.
Well, if you're a Ram fan, you couldn't ask for anything else, right? I mean, we came into this game, we just didn't know. I mean, none of us did. I don't think the coaches did. I think it was just kind of we're going to feel it out process in the first quarter, see how things go, see how well that these kids have listened and learned in practice. See that we're not going to turn the ball over because we're nervous. Too much nervous energy sometimes causes a lot of mistakes when there's a lot of expectations and anticipation, and none of that happened. I mean, from the very first possession, they were sharp. They were right on. They took care of the football. They did exactly what they were supposed to do on both sides of the ball. As impressive as the offense was, I don't think that we talked enough about the defense, because the defense just gave up nothing in that first half. And I mean nothing. I'm looking at the stats right here. I was just kind of keeping on my own. But, Odom, who we know has got great potential, was 3 for 11 and for 18 yards. And, that's great. I mean, 3 for 11. We held them, Chris, to, I had them for 12 rushing yards. 12 attempts, and they had 4 yards rushing in the positive. That's less than a yard, obviously, a carry. So we really stuffed their run game, and we did not allow Odom to beat us with the pass. So both sides of the ball were great. What more can you say? We just got to continue the intensity. It's going to be a short clock now in the second half. And, I'm sure one of the things the coaches are preaching is don't quit going hard. Everybody's still got to go hard. You play like it's 0-0 when the clock starts in the beginning of the third quarter, and just play this thing right out to the wire till the bitter end, give 100%. Because what happens is when you start letting up a little bit because you think you're going to win, you got a big lead, when you let up and you don't go 100%, sometimes kids get hurt. We've said that 100 times in practice in any sport. The kids who get hurt are generally the kids who aren't quite going 100%. They take a little time off for a stretch, and they're out of the flow of the game, and then somebody else is playing 100% that's on the other side of the ball, and you end up getting hurt. So The best way to do it is just play 100%, take it all the way to the buzzer, and just play hard. And I'm sure that's what they're telling them right now in the locker room. And the other thing they're probably telling them is quit committing penalties. That's going to be one thing. I've said this 3 times now, but 7 penalties for 80 yards is not going to be acceptable when we go on to next week. So that'll be something I'm sure they're talking about in the locker room as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half. It's going to be a short one, and let's see if the Rams can maintain their intensity and close this out like they should.
We shall see. We'll take our first of many breaks here of this Walgreens Distribution Center halftime. Look at some more thoughts from Coach London when we come back. But here at the half in Mount Vernon, the Rams 40, the Taylorville Tornadoes nothing. We'll take a quick break, come back, talk some more. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Let the journey inspire you in the new 2022 Toyota Avalon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson from Lincoln Toyota in Mount Vernon. The 2022 Avalon Limited is midsize luxury with heated and ventilated seats, power tilt, slide, moonroof, and premium JBL sound, and so much more. Now you can save big with $1,000 cash when you finance through Toyota Financial. Come see me, Chris Wilson, at Munkin Toyota just west of the interstates in Mount Vernon, or if you are expanding inventory online at munkintoyotamountvernon.com.
Culver's could have only started in Wisconsin. Just ask our team member Marcus.
Let's just say you can take the restaurants out of America's Dairyland, but you can't take America's Dairyland out of the restaurants. Like the real Wisconsin cheese on our juicy butter burgers, the farm fresh dairy in our fresh frozen custard, even our crispy golden Wisconsin cheese curds. It may sound cheesy, but we love where we come from at Culver's.
Culver's at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon.
Welcome to Delicious.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the Section618.com app. Tonight we are in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show. Rams football on your radio, as you know, is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville. 40-0, Mount Vernon on top here. Looking to get to 1-0. They're going to be 1-0 tonight with a running clock here as we start the second half in about 10 minutes. And, Jeff, I'm here to tell you, for this Ram team and for Dan Mings and for his coaching staff and for the fans in this community, the kids in this high school, for everybody, this is a win-win tonight.
It is. It feels great, and I hope it radiates out and spreads in the community. And we get an even bigger crowd next week and get behind these guys because, the effort tonight's been special. I mean, it really, it doesn't look like we've missed a beat since 2009, to be quite honest with you. And that shocks me because this is not an easy system to learn on either side of the ball. And I'm just nothing but impressed by what we've seen here tonight from the players and the coaches.
A lot to be impressed about tonight. We owe you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. We'll do that next after a quick break here on your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show. Mount Vernon 40, Taylorville nothing. We'll take a break. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports, or watch us live on the Section 618 app.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Towing and Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. At Landers Towing and Collision, we think that building a winning team is essential to providing our customers with the best service possible. Some of the products we have to offer include pre- and post-repair scanning for a clean bill of health, unibody and structural repair measuring, frame measuring and repair, and ADAS calibrations. ADAS is a network of sensors, cameras, modules, and programming that assist in driving and parking functions. Choosing the correct team to repair your vehicle that has evolved alongside this technology is essential for a safe and quality repair. That's why we have spent countless hours providing our technicians with the highest level of training the industry has to offer. ICAR Gold Class Certified Collision Repair Training. We would like to welcome our newest members to the team, the Welch Collision Center family. Now with more locations to serve you, big or small, we tow and fix them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Raise a Warrior, RLC's micro scholarship program for in-district students grades 3 through 12. Get up to $2,000 for college at RLC. Earn points with things students do every day. Honor roll, sports, volunteering, clubs, and so much more. Parents create an account, set up your child's profile, and that's it. You're now ready to earn and track points toward real money for college. Let RLC help you raise a warrior. Get started today. micro.rlc.edu.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the Section618.com app tonight. I'm Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonnon alongside for your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show as the Mount Vernon Rams lead at halftime 40-0 over the Taylorville Tornadoes. Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update real quick. Harrisburg leads East Alton in the third quarter, 21-14. At the half, Freeburg all over Sparta, 46-6. That'll be a running clock in the second half. AJ leads West Frankfort 13-love over on the Section618.com app. That's at halftime. Also at the half, Murfreesboro leads Carbondale 21-13. Halftime from Marshall. The Mount Carmel Golden Aces lead Marshall 47-0. I believe the Marshall Lions. Also at halftime, Flora leads CZR 33-6. Also at the half, Fairfield leads El Dorado 14-0 in BDC play. Johnston City leads Edwards County 36-0. Last check after one, Centralia led Salem 14-0. Last check in the first quarter, DuQuoin was leading Chester 14-0. That one was in the first quarter. And again, trying to get an update from Centralia and Salem. Still that first quarter score of 14-0. If you're looking for that update from DuQuoin and Chester now at halftime, it's DuQuoin 20 and Chester nothing. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent. He drives that white State Farm Jeep to help get you to a better state with State Farm. And Coach Lonnon, big game tonight for the Rams. We still have one more break to take. We're going to do that now. We got plenty of time to talk after that, my man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, 40-0 Rams here at the half. Mount Vernon on top of Taylorville. We'll come back on your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime in a moment. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC in Mount Vernon has the #1 collision center in the area. They work on all makes and models and are rated top in customer satisfaction. Their highly trained technicians only use the highest quality of paints and supplies, providing you with top-notch repairs that you deserve. Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC Collision Center offers direct repair for most major insurers, saving you time and offering you convenience. Schedule your appointment today at schmidtchevrolet.com.
Losing a loved one is hard enough. Add in the logistical and financial decisions that come with arranging a funeral service, and it can feel overwhelming. By planning yours in advance, you can remove these extra burdens from your loved ones during an already difficult time and allow your family the space to remember, reflect, and begin to heal. We offer flexible payment plans, making advanced planning a more convenient option. My name is Karen Pace with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. We are committed to providing a personalized service to fit your family's needs with dignity and professionalism. Call us to set your appointment today.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and of course the Section618.com app tonight. Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonnon alongside as we head toward the third quarter. I believe they'll put 3 minutes back on the clock for warm-up time. We're here at the half on your Walgreens Distribution Center halftime show. And Coach, for the Mount Vernon Rams, obviously tonight, going to be a big win. We're going to be running clock to start the second half, and they're really, it's a running clock for a reason. Really no way to come back.
No. Are you asking me if they can come back?
No, I'm not. I'm saying really there's no way they can come back.
No, but here's what. Let's move forward to Monday, okay? We're going to win this game big, and now you got to focus on next Friday. You got to let this go. Yeah, this is a big emotional win, no doubt about it. And everybody's happy, and the kids are happy. But your focus as a player now, you got a short memory and let this go, because there's 8 more of these, and you got to win 5 of them, to get to the playoffs. So, we didn't practice all this time to win 1 game. We practiced to win 9, and we're going to continue to do that going forward. So I think tonight it's going to feel good. Tomorrow it's going to feel good, but Sunday we're going to have to start, looking ahead, turn the clock ahead, and get ready for next Friday night. and try to repeat this performance, because it'll be hard. It will be hard next Friday to repeat this. We're almost at 400 yards offensively on the ground, in 2 quarters. That's hard to do. That's hard to do in a half, and I'm not saying we can't do it again next week, but we're going to have to keep working and don't just settle for one great performance. And I think that's what the coaches will probably be, talking about a lot too this week, is just getting their attention again, getting their mind off of what happened tonight and getting it focused on next week, because it really is, a deal where it's 1 week at a time. And it's a long 9 weeks, and it's a physical game. There's going to be bumps and bruises that you got to fight through, and there's going to be adversity. There's going to be, knock on wood, hopefully not any serious injuries as we go forward. But we got to get refocused on Monday, and we got to forget about this tonight, and we got to go back to work. And if we do that, boy, there's some real potential here on this football field tonight to do something special this year.
No doubt about that, and we'll have the second half coming up here in about 2 minutes, as Taylorville will have the football to start it with a running clock. And, Jeff, I think, you've been part of the successes of this, and who knows where it goes after tonight, but tonight it's 1-0. This team has not started 1-0 in quite some time, and as somebody who saw the ups of the program, you did a few games with me, and unfortunately at times saw some of the downs of the program, and I think for everybody involved, this will feel really good by the time tonight's done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said this before, come on out next week. If you're not here tonight, you don't have anything to do Friday, come on out and watch these kids play, because they put on a heck of a show tonight for all the people that came here. And I'm sure that you'll be hearing about that tomorrow, a lot of you that didn't come out or weren't able to come out, from the people who were here. So if you don't have anything to do next Friday, I'm going to go out on a limb and pump it up already. We're at halftime of this game. Come next week and get this rolling, because I promise you, these kids feel this energy from this crowd. When they look up, some of these kids have never seen a crowd like this, Chris. In fact, I'm going to guess that probably none of them have. It doesn't happen a lot. It hasn't happened a lot at Mount Vernon, in recent years. So it makes a huge difference in terms of what the kids feel, the energy they feel, the adrenaline they feel, and ultimately the momentum they gain by having a huge crowd there behind them. I would like to see some more cowbells, though, Hugo. Remember back in the day?
They used to bring cowbells, and they used to bring milk jugs with rocks.
Noise. Oh, my gosh. There's so much noise. We didn't get a lot of that tonight. But Ram Nation, don't be afraid to bring your cowbells, especially when the other team's on a third and short with the ball. Let them things go so the opposing offense can't hear the cadence.
As we're about to get underway with, there we go, Grandma Pearlie has a cowbell.
There she is.
Of course she does.
Was that her?
Yeah. Right to our right.
We need to get somebody to sell those here at the front door. Get a whole bunch of those going.
Good money-making opportunity to possibly raise money for turf.
Cowbells. Maybe that should be our Lady Rand fundraiser.
There you go. We'll start the third quarter here in the King City Ken Hunt Stadium from the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth as second half is underway, and the kick won't go very far to the 28. That's okay. Run right back up that far hash, pulled down at about the 31. I thought I saw a 2-8 on that one. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe Brody Harker on that on the return with 11:48 left. We'll continue to run this clock. We'll tell you Rams football on your radio is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, currently your number one volume dealer in Southern Illinois. Shop their brands at holzhauers.com.
We need more cowbell, as Will Ferrell once said. Other than that, it's been perfect.
Back to pass now, flowing to the right side. Big hit. That one was past the 40. Complete to Neiman on the near sideline, and he's leveled at about the 42 for a gain of 9 or so.
He was leveled.
$10:50 left here in the third quarter. Ball on the 41-yard line near hash the spot. It'll be a handoff to Hughes, and he will be, I thought he was leveled, but he slipped the tackle, and finally bringing him down is not on my roster.
Who was that, Chris?
88. Hughes was the ball carrier.
Yeah, Hughes was. Okay. Taylorville's changed their quarterback, too, as well. That's Shea Champley, looks like, number 6.
Yep. And now, handoff will go inside to number 22. That one was McGrath on the handoff for, I want to say Barron Davis for obvious reasons. Barron Oden. Brought down for a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and long.
I think Taylorville's made some substitutions here for sure at the quarterback spot and running back spot. And it looks like some white jerseys up there on the line, too.
2nd and 11 now. Handoff was, well, he's going to look for the handoff and then roll to the left. We'll have a flag on the play.
Now,
who will be our next Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week? Well, you can contact Josh Finley at Country Financial today. Talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of. To help protect what matters most, call Josh Finley, your local Country Financial agent in Mount Vernon.
Odom's in there now. I made a mistake. That 6 that I said Odom, well, the quarterback I thought was number 6, but from up here it looked like 6. It's still 15. Odom is still in the game.
Odom out of the pistol, 2 left, 2 right. We're going to ram bite off that right side. And
yeah, that's going to be a penalty on Taylorville. And a false start.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Back them up 5. Yum, yum. 8:40 left to go. 8:30 left in the 3rd quarter here from Ken Hunt Stadium. Rams football driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports, Southern Illinois' #1 volume dealer. You can shop all their brands at holzhauers.com. So 8:15 remains here in the 3rd. On our running clock on 2nd and 21. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, the quarterback Odom, single back, flanked to his left by Hughes. 2-step drop, looks to the flat, connects with Hughes. He's going to get some positive yardage here, maybe slip a tackle, get a first down, pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 22.
Yeah.
So he'll have positive yardage overall through the air, or at least 2 receptions now for 17 for Hughes. And we have a ram down on the far sideline.
Well, Hughes has got a lot of action tonight. He's by far gotten the ball most out of the backfield via the handoff, and now they just threw him a pass. So you can tell they're going to have to rely on him a lot to get the ball down the field.
So Randolph up on his own accord, thank goodness. Harrisburg, East Altonwood River are tied at 21. I believe last check, Centralia was leading Salem at half. I thought it was 21-14, but I'll double check that. Score is presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Contact your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Having a local agent matters for your insurance. His State Farm team is ready to help. 7:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Reason the game's moving so briskly is it's a running clock. Rams lead Taylorville 40-0. Far hash spot.
Harry just had cramps.
Good.
Well, they're down there stretching him out. He's okay. Oh, boy.
Now we have movement.
Yeah, that's going to be on Taylorville again. It's a false start.
21-7 is the halftime score. Centralia leads Salem in the Shrine game. That game was a 7:30 start time tonight. Now out of the gun, looking to the right side, and he, is able to break a sack tackle there. Runs to the left side. Oldham able to escape trouble as he gets to the sideline to midfield now, as he was all the way back to about the 30. So he gets to midfield. That's going to be a gain of...
So you get about 10 maybe?
Maybe.
10 of it back. Roughly 10.
They're going to he's still going to have about 6 or 7 to go.
Yeah.
Still a nice gain
Right,
there.
yeah. They're going to go, obviously, on 4th and 6. They're trying to punch one in, I'm sure, just for a little moral victory.
Didn't have to take any steps
boy.
back. Step back. They overthrew one there intended for. It looked like Jude Neiman. No, Albright, my apologies. And 3 and 7/8. 5:55 left here in the third. 40-0 Rams on top. Streaming is presented by Rend Lake College. With more than 100 degree and certificates to choose from, Rend Lake College has something for everyone. Learn more at rlc.edu.
Well, Taylorville had it for 5 minutes and 55 seconds there. They ended up not being able to do anything with it.
.5:16 left, third quarter. Mount Vernon 40. Taylorville nothing. After the turnover on downs, the Rams have it 1st and 10 out of the Diamond T. McMillan going to hand off, and right up the middle
Nesbitt
will go Nesbitt. Not going to get much out of it, as he will get about 3 on the play, if that. I'm going to have to reverse this window, my man. I got to take some pictures.
I've got him unofficially at 159 yards now.
Having a heck of a night on the ground, isn't he?
He's got 8 carries for 159. That's not too shabby.
So with 4:33 left in the third quarter, Mount Vernon Rams are going to go to 1-0 here to start this 2022 campaign, and what a strong start it is. 40-0. Running clock, 2nd and 7 for the Rams out of the Diamond T. Double tight set here. Ball on the 46-yard line. This time the handoff looked like it was to Fisher Davis. He will go between the hashes, maybe get to the 41. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play for Fisher. That'll bring up 3rd down and short here as we'll drop below the 4-minute mark here of this third quarter. Orthopedic urgent care now open. No appointment necessary. Walk in daily. We are in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth from Ken Hunt Stadium on AM 940, 96.5 FM, or watch us live on the Section 618 app. So we drop below the 3:45 mark here. 40-0 Rams on top. They'll cruise to 1-0 here tonight in non-conference action. They'll have Mascoutah coming in. 6:30 will be your pregame next Friday night. 7 o'clock your opening kickoff. We encourage you to come out and bring your radio. Support the Mount Vernon Rams. If you can't make it, watch us live. Out of the Diamond T this time. Oh, what a run by Anthony Lash Jr. for a first down. Found that little off-tackle gap there. Inside the 40 down to about the 37 for a gain of 6.
Brings Mr. Lash up to what I have unofficially 119 yards on 5 carries. And one just gets the feeling, Chris, they're going to break another one here in a little bit. It's kind of been the pattern. Taylorville's not been able to prevent the big run this entire game. Well, let's see what happens, see if Taylorville can hold.
This time it's going to be Davis on the run as he's going to break to the outside, or at least try to get there. He's inside the 35 down to about the 31. Maybe a gain of about 6 or so.
It's just the old blast play they were running there in the first and second quarter. Off tackle for 7.
.226 remains in the third, 40-0 Rams. If you've been injured, call Hannigan and McGovern, 618-241-9251. It's experience you can count on, a reputation you can trust if you've been hurt on the job. Hannigan and McGovern, one of our Rams booster sponsors. Will the Rams get another Mays and Sons Plumbing touchdown? Let's find out. Ball on the 30-yard line for 2nd and 3 out of the Diamond T, double tight. McMillan going to hand off. And that will be to Nesbitt, who's going to straddle that 30 for a no gain.
I believe that's the first run we've had for no yardage.
Haven't had many no gains tonight.
No,
of course, none. Literally, you're right.
We haven't had any. I believe that was the first one of the night from a running back. I got to compliment Peyton McMillan. You know, we haven't said a lot about him because he's just been handed off to these great, backs that have been running the ball, but he's managed this game really well. You know, he's looking at that play clock. He's not running, he's not running the plays too fast. He knows he's in a game where he needs to just take the air out of the ball and not get in a hurry. You know, the center quarterback exchange has been great.
Now a handoff to Lash. Still go up the left side. Push out of bounds at about the 20.
Lash for another 10 on the blast play. There's a lot to be said for that. You know, there's a lot of ball handling in there involved, kind of like basketball. You know, when you get the ball in your hand, you got to turn the right way. Your footwork's got to be good. You got to put the ball in the pocket of the right back. You got to carry out fakes. I mean, it's a very, very important position, even though tonight, he hasn't really, had to throw the football. But he's managed the game well and put the ball in the hands of the guys that have done the damage. So I think we probably ought to give him a little bit of a shout-out as well.
Doing very well, captaining the double T here, or the diamond T here tonight with 19 seconds left in the quarter. This one's going to be a handoff, and it'll go right up the middle. Nice little play between the hashes for, was that Kessler on the run? I thought I saw a 1-5 that time for Reels.
Yep. That is, yes. That's Jack Kessler.
There you go. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Rams threatening when we come back to the fourth. 40-0, Mount Vernon after 3. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Whether you're hunting on an ATV, competing in motocross, or just hanging out with friends hitting the trails in a side-by-side, we have your off-road memories right here waiting for you at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with Yamaha. In the woods, on the track or trails. Enter your victory lane from Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
ATVs are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Raise a Warrior, RLC's micro scholarship program for in-district students grades 3 through 12. Get up to $2,000 for college at RLC. Earn points with things students do every day. Honor roll, sports, volunteering, clubs, and so much more. Parents create an account, set up your child's profile, and that's it. You're now ready to earn and track points toward real money for college. Let RLC help you raise a warrior. Get started today. micro.rlc.edu.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Ren Lake College.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and of course we are streaming live on the Section618.com app. Appreciate the hospitality of Mount Vernon Township High School Athletic Director Seth English for taking care of us tonight. As we start the fourth quarter, the Mount Vernon Rams lead this thing 40-0. Running clock. They will have it 2nd and 10 from the Taylorville 17 as we switch sides to go left to right here. In this fourth quarter, if you're watching us live, it's thanks to Ren Lake College. Always enrolling, always here for you. Check out rlc.edu and get your future started. Get started on your future career today. Your journey starts at Ren Lake College. Distracted by, okay, there we go. I thought the official was talking to the tailback. Not the case, just counting. McMillan under center. Handoff to the tailback. Looked like Lash. Bounced off of a defender, maybe a linebacker between the hashes down to about maybe the 13. It's going to be third down either way. They're going to give him to the 11.
Yeah. Getting about 4?
I think so. Third and manageable.
That takes Lash to 133 yards unofficially on the game.
Rams football is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports, where buying a vehicle is simple, easy, and fun in Nashville. You can shop all of their brands worldwide at Holzhauers.com. 40-0 in case you've just tuned in. The Mount Vernon Rams are going to start 1-0 for the first time in a long time. Even in the good Dan years, there was 0-1, 0-2. You're looking at Belleville East, no Fallon. I mean, no favors in the first couple weeks of the season by any stretch of the imagination.
No, absolutely not.
The Niles Notre Dame Dons one year, week 2. 10:55 in the fourth, 3rd and 3. And this, going to be a bad handoff in the backfield. That was a great effort by McMillan and Maulding, but that one is going to be recovered by Taylorville. About 10:30 left.
Well, I don't think that ball ever got. Did Maulding even get? Did he take it and drop it, or did he just kind of drop it on the exchange? It was hard to tell from up here, but that's the first turnover by the Rams that they've lost. And actually, looking at my turnover chart here, they dropped it one other time but got it back. So that's their second fumble tonight and the first one they've lost. But the good thing is it happened with a 40-0 lead with 10 minutes to go in the game.
1st and 10 for the Tornadoes after the Ram turnover. And Taylorville's going to go ahead and burn a timeout. .9:48 left. This timeout presented by SSM Health on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home. 40-0 Rams are going to win this tonight. 9:48 left in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10 Taylorville from their own 17-yard line after the Ram fumble. Next Ram broadcast next Friday night, 6:30 pregame. 7 o'clock will be your kickoff here on AM 940 and 96.5 FM, or you can watch us live right here. Section 618 app, section618.com. Click Watch Live, or for one more year, WMIXsports.com. We said that last year. We mean it this time. WMIXsports.com will merge into section618.com. First and 10 from their own 17 for the Tornadoes. Quick handoff. That's just going to chunk off a yard or two up the middle, and the handoff from a young man who I do not see on my roster.
Well, they gained 2 yards, or a long yard anyway.
And yes, I am looking at the right roster.
Yeah, there's a lot
of shuffling right now.
A lot of shuffling going on now, for sure, by both teams. Trying to get some of these kids time on the field, get some playing time, get some experience.
All right, already ready. Quick handoff up the middle. Looks like maybe Waylon Wolf. I think that's an 88, the new quarterback. Hands off, run goes up the middle for a few yards. .8:53 to go in the game. Contact Josh Finley at Country Financial today. Talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of. To help protect what matters most, call Josh Finley, your local Country Financial agent in Mount Vernon. Proud sponsor of the WMIX Sports Josh Finley Country Financial Ram of the Week Award.
And the clock stops.
Rivera will cramp off.
Oh, we had
field.
an injury. Okay, I didn't see him in there. Yeah, it's cramp. That's the second cramp we've seen tonight. Harry Rudolph had one about 5 minutes ago. It's warm out there to play football. Feels good to us, but it's warm in those pads.
Cade Beckmeyer will get the handoff, and on 3rd and 5, he might have gotten a yard to make it 4th and 4 with 8:36 left. As you know, streaming is presented by Rend Lake College. Always enrolling, always here for you. Check out rlc.edu. Get started on your future career today. Your journey starts at Rend Lake College. We'll roll into our Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame in a bit. Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC, superior selection and service. Find your perfect ride at Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC on Broadway in Mount Vernon. Schedule your service appointments online, schmidtchevrolet.com. Out of the eye. Under center, the quarterback, Waylon Wolf, and we will have another timeout for Taylorville. It's presented by SSM Health, if you haven't caught the theme. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Healthcare Clinics. It's wellness that works with your schedule, and it's right here in Mount Vernon. Rams schedules like this year before undergoing a heavy change in 2023. They'll welcome Escuda next week. They'll go to Triad the following Friday on September the 9th. The 16th, they'll come back home for a date with the Althoff Crusaders. Then on the what dates are we? 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd. 23rd, they'll head to Marion to battle the Wild Kitties. Then on the 30th, to Carbondale for the Terriers. First Friday in October, which by my calculations tells me is the 7th, they will welcome the Cahokia Comanches. Then host the Centralia Orphans on the 14th. And then they'll wind down the regular season on the road with the new turf at Mount Carmel on October 21st. 7:47 left here. 4th and 4, they'll punt. And the punt will get past midfield, takes a bounce at about the 40, picked up off a wild hop by Quentin Millsap, who falls with about the 39, and that's where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 with 7:30 left in our evening.
Okay. Rams have not punted tonight, I do not believe, Christopher.
Not that I recall.
That's another good stat that we could compliment the Rams for. Taylorville's punted 4 times.
I have no idea who our punter is at this point.
Well, you don't need one if you do what we did tonight offensively, right?
Absolutely. $7:02 left.
Can you imagine what football was like before this 40-point rule?
Yeah.
I mean, this has been a good rule. I've really enjoyed this rule, and I think it's fair, and I think it was a good move by the IHSA because back in the day, you played these out, and that could get brutal.
Now a quick handoff, and there goes. Past midfield, down to the 30, to the 25-20. Inside the 15 and pulled down from the back, but pushed forward inside the 10, and what a run.
Jaden Morales.
Jaden Morales on the run, absolutely. Wowzer.
Well, he just needed about 5
more
yards.
70 yards for Morales?
It was, it's close to 70 anyway.
Jaden Morales for the 70-yard banger down inside the 10 to make it 1st and goal.
He went 70, and he needed 76, and he just didn't quite. He needed about, 77, 70. He needed about 80, and he got 70.
1st and goal from the 8 is what it'll set up as we drop below the 6-minute mark. Rams football driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports. Southern Illinois' #1 volume dealer. Shop their brands, wholeshours.com. 1st and goal from the 8.
Ball's sitting right on the 10 for some reason, even though the scoreboard says 8. Counter.
Morales again, countering to the left side, and he'll be dropped for a loss, but a flag on the play. And the Rams trying to flush in another Mays & Sons Plumbing touchdown.
Well, right idea, but somebody got caught.
That pushes it back.
Back 10.
Clock rolls. We'll have the Schmitz-Verlet Buick GMC postgame coming up. With your Mount Vernon Culver's 3 stars of the game. Under center is the Ram quarterback. Quick handoff and stretching the right side. Is this Kessler on the run down to the 20 from the 23? Maybe a 3-yard gain for Kessler?
It is.
From Malachi Mays, the quarterback. .430 left here tonight. 2nd and 19 for the Rams. 2nd and goal still, technically. My apologies.
It is. There's no, the yard markers are back here at the 50, so it's goal.
All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 19. 4 minutes left in the game. Rams lead 40-0. Out of the diamond tee, set, double tight. Mays hands off, and this one will go left. I think Malding. was able to get to.
That was Maulding.
Maybe the 15 for a gain of 4. Rams have gotten it done on the ground here tonight. This offense will do that when you have speed. Gotten a few texts from people saying, Hugo, you're very excited for a rough game. But my man, I broadcasted plenty of these going the other way by myself last year, and I know I am jacked.
Yes, sir. And you should be, and we all should be.
Absolutely.
It's been a good night for Ram football, that's for sure.
You hate it for the kids of years past, but you're happy for the kids of the present and future as we drop below the 3-minute mark. On 4th and 19, just a little gut punch for about 2. That was 3rd and 14. Now it's 4th and something.
That was Mekhi Mays, who's now playing quarterback.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ball carriers tonight for the Rams. Fourth down now. 4th and 13, otherwise known as 4th and goal. For those of you who've paid attention to this entire series. 4th and goal from the 13. 2:33 left. Rams lead 40-0. Will they get another score? Or is that how this one's going to finish? Mays under center out of the diamond T set. Handoff coming here. Playing to Morales again. Dancing in the backfield. Got to about the 10. Maybe the 9. So a 4-yard gain at least gets it back closer to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs with 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Getting us closer to the Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show. Live from the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth.
And the great thing about Morales, Chris, he will walk into Mount Vernon High School on Monday morning and he can tell all his buddies he's averaging 37 yards a carry.
We used to do that with Colin Overstreet back in the day because that 05 season he had a 40-yard catch.
He did. He was averaging 40 yards a catch.
And so he caught it in the flat, I think, or at the line of scrimmage. And so we told him he had the best yards after the catch in the South 7 that year.
Yep. I do remember that.
Average, that is. I think it was against Carbondale.
Yeah. He also threw some big blocks for 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks that year, too, that you don't remember and you don't really see guys get credit for. But guys like that are just invaluable.
Absolutely. Loved every guy on that team, too, as we have the 1st and 10. Leads to a run up the left hash to about the 15. And gets to 15-ish, 6-yard gain, 7-8. It'll be 2nd and 2 with less than a minute to play. Quarterback protected well as he throws, and that one's going to be tipped around, batted around, and almost caught by number 6, Shea Champley. 40 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 2 now for the Tornadoes. 40-0 score. Rams winners tonight. Just a matter of time. They'll be 1-0. 28 seconds left. Quarterback keeper right up the middle with 20. And that one will be right up the middle for a gain of about 4 to take us to the 22, and more than likely this one's over.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it.
And the clock is going to wind down on a period of Rams football that some would love to forget. But many of these kids who lived through 0-9 or 1-6 or 1-5, what have you, have rebounded to go 1-0 as they knock off the Taylorville Tornadoes tonight 40-0. That is your final score as the Rams start 9-0 for the first time in a while. And Dan Mings, returning to Mount Vernon, starts off his second stint with a winning record of 1-0. We'll come back with your Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show in just a moment. 40-0, the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams beat the Taylorville Tornadoes. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Whether you're hunting on an ATV, competing in motocross, or just hanging out with friends hitting the trails in a side-by-side, we have your off-road memories right here waiting for you at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. It's time to get out there and realize your adventure with Yamaha. In the woods, on the track or trails. Enter your victory lane from Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
ATVs are recommended only for use by those age 16 years and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the saving superstore everyone is talking about. Hi, this is Leah from DollarSavingDeals.com. Right now, you can buy half-price certificates to your favorite places in Southeast Missouri and Southern Illinois, just like Swamp Tails in Carlisle, Rare Chop House in Mount Vernon, Cocopelli Golf Club, Bubba's 2 in Nason, The Turn Restaurant and Lounge, Beauty Glow Tanning Studio, and so much more. Next time you want to go to your favorite place for half the price, shop DollarSavingDeals.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show starts now.
Final score here in the King City. Your home team wins it tonight, 40-0 over the Taylorville Tornadoes. Yes, that is not a mistake. The Mount Vernon Rams win it tonight over the Taylorville Tornadoes to the tune of 40-0. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show. Dan Mings 1-0 in his second trip to Mount Vernon as the Rams knock off the Tornadoes. Chris Hugo, Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonan alongside. We'll have some scoring stats and more and some thoughts on the game. But, Jeff, obviously for the Mount Vernon Rams, huge win here tonight. Feel-good win. They all feel good, but this one feels incredible.
And it just wasn't a win. It was a convincing win. And as I said earlier, they were sharp from the start. I mean, there was no nerves. I think one of the things you worry about, in anticipating the first game of the year, everybody's excited. You had a little extra in tonight in that this is Coach Mings' return. I think that got some more people in the stands. I think that we had an amazing amount of support from the county tonight with the cheerleaders coming in. That was so good. All those kids. It would not have surprised me had we came out the first couple of possessions and dropped the ball or turned the ball over a couple times, just because, of all the excitement and being amped up. But, we really didn't. We really looked very, very in control from the get-go. We didn't have to put the ball in the air, which is always safer. What do they say? Every time you pass, there's so many bad things that can happen versus good things. And when you run the ball, hey, you keep the ball on the ground, you eat clock, you kept that good quarterback off the field. Our line did a heck of a job making holes. Those are the guys that probably don't get as much credit in the end with all these, just gaudy stats by these backs. But, hey, listen, there was some things going on up front there that caused that to happen with our tight ends, our tackles, and our center and our guards. And they should be commended as well. And then defensively, boy, it's a shutout, man. And anytime you pitch a shutout, you've done something really good. Usually in these 40-point games, these continuous clock games, there's, not every time, but a lot of times the team will tack on one, with their number 2s and number 3s. When you've got your 2s and 3s in there, and it ends up something like 40-6 or something. You see that a lot. But tonight, that didn't happen. Even when we substituted, we still pitched the shutout and held them to 0, and I think that's big for our confidence and the way, our younger kids feel about themselves who got to play there in the second part of the game. Hey, quarterback, I said that earlier, he managed the game extremely well. Center quarterback exchange were great. I thought his footwork was really good. I thought, he put the ball, in the pocket of those running backs exactly where they needed it to get upfield and use their vision to see the holes. I thought he carried out his fakes very well. He didn't get any delay of game penalties, that's on the quarterback normally. Occasionally it's on the offensive coordinator when they don't get a play in or something. But none of that happened tonight, so kudos to the coordinator and Steve McCoy and Peyton McMillan for managing that game as a partnership, because that's what it takes between those two. And the special teams were pretty good, as we didn't get to see much of them because we didn't punt any. And then, of course, Fisher had to kick a 35-yard extra point that was no good, and that, he was kind of behind the 8 ball there with that. And then, I think we had one other extra point we did. We did convert a 2-point conversion. Our kickoff team looked very good. We stuck some people on kickoff now. We had some big hits on the kickoffs. And we held them on kickoff return when we kicked to them. They didn't have any real big returns. And if you remember, this game started out with about a 35-yard kickoff return to start the game. I think it was by was it Nesbitt, I believe, started the game off with a big return. So there's a big special teams play. So we did some great things in all three facets of the game. But we got to forget about it now, and we got to get better on Monday. You never quit getting better, because you're always going to find a better and better teams as you go down your schedule and you get in the playoffs. So I'm sure that Dan Mings is very happy, and his staff. I thought they all did an excellent job preparing the kids. Kids did a great job playing tonight. I don't want to forget this. This crowd was fantastic, and we look for another one next week and hopefully even more.
Still got plenty of post-game show to come here on your Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC post-game report. Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC, superior selection and service. Find your perfect ride on Broadway in Mount Vernon. For Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon, I'm Chris Hugo. We'll take a break, come back, talk about some of the statistics from tonight's game in a ballpark-type fashion. We're live from Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Raise a Warrior, RLC's micro scholarship program for in-district students grades 3 through 12. Get up to $2,000 for college at RLC. Earn points with things students do every day. Honor roll, sports, volunteering, clubs, and so much more. Parents create an account, set up your child's profile, and that's it. You're now ready to earn and track points toward real money for college. Let RLC help you raise a warrior. Get started today. micro.rlc.edu.
I hear people say that global warming is affecting the storms we have here locally. This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, and my question to them is, does it really matter? In my business, no one ever asks why the storm hit their home. They just want to know, can I rebuild it? If you're not certain if your home can be rebuilt or what's actually covered in your policy, then stop by my office, find me online, or flag down the State Farm Jeep. Don't assume you know how your insurance works. After the storm, it's too late to find out. Call us today. We can help.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
AM 940, 96.5 FM. I hope you watch us tonight on the Section618.com app, or enjoyed having you listen to us here on your radio as we welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame show. I'm Chris Hugo, Jeff Lonnon alongside coach for the Mount Vernon Rams. Big win tonight. We talked about that a little bit more a moment ago here on the postgame, but really, you look back, the offensive line did its job. It allowed all those gaps created a lot of those gaps for the Ram rushing attack. And obviously a case where, for the Rams, they just had to come out and execute tonight. Learning a new offense, many of these kids, they did very well at executing.
Yeah, and they did. And, of course, we said it before many times tonight, but it's not just about your three backs and your quarterback. It's about those guys up front. And when you run this kind of an offense, you've got to have some tough, fast, quick kids up on that line of scrimmage. You can't have kids standing up and not driving off the ball. Everybody's got to be able to, understand it's a physical game at the line of scrimmage. They've got to stay low. They've got to drive. They've got to execute double team blocks and then get off to linebackers. It's not hard, but in terms of understanding, but it's hard to execute because it takes a lot of physicality. And the physicality I saw, at least from our offensive line tonight, was excellent. And I thought from both sides, I thought we were pretty physical on defense as well. We laid some big hits out, especially, in that first quarter whenever we were trying to establish, whose field this really was. And I thought we did that with Taylorville. I thought we really came out, and not only with the offense executing so well, but we laid some big hits on them on defense and didn't give them hardly any first downs at all in that first half. I think they got a couple on penalties, but they just couldn't get much anything on us, and that's a credit to the defense as well. So I think the one thing, that we're going to have to take care of is these penalties. We'll have to clean those up. We had 8 tonight for 90 yards. That's going to hurt you, in a close football game. Tonight it didn't hurt us so much because it was lopsided. But, again, that'll be something that we address, the coaches will address, obviously, going forward. And, hey, on to next week, right?
Amen to that. Amen to that.
We will take it, 1-0.
1-0 indeed. We owe the 3 stars of the game and whatnot, so we can cover some of that there.
Well, let's just talk about just quick statistics.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we can kind of talk about
absolutely
who the stars of the game should be. And I hate to really pick 3 because this was a team effort tonight of 22 positions on both sides of the ball. But Lash rushed for 7 yards. Had 7 carries for 133 yards. Rivera had 4 carries for 107 yards. Nesbitt had 9 carries for 159 yards. The quarterback, Peyton McMillan, had 3 carries for 4 yards. Fisher Davis, 3 carries for 15 yards. Kessler, 2 carries for 4 yards. Morales, 2 carries for 74 yards late in the game. Let's see, Mays had 1 carry for 4 yards. And I believe there was one more guy in there. It looked like I know who it was. It was Maulding. It was Lakin Maulding had 1 carry for 4 yards. So I said all that to say this. The Rams had 32 carries for 501 yards on the ground tonight, Chris. That's an average of 20.1 yards per carry. That ain't too bad. Passing, we passed the ball 1 time. It did not work out all that well, but, to be quite honest with you, we could have probably just kept the ball on the ground there and everything would have remained normal. But I think we were working on some things there, and the ball sailed a little bit. It got intercepted. That was the only pass that we really attempted. But I've sung the praises of Mr. McMillan a couple times tonight. He managed the game how he should have, in terms of running this particular system. This is a running system, not particularly a great throwing system. You'll see some throws from him, next week and the week after that out of some play actions and things. But tonight we just didn't need to show it, and we didn't need it. So, I thought he did an excellent job, and I think you just forget about that one throw because, he managed the game and handed the ball off, and his footwork was great. So we did complete one. One was intercepted, so obviously no yards on that. We never punted the ball at all tonight. We had 0 punts, 0 yards, so that obviously is 0 average. We had 2 fumbles tonight. We lost 1 late. But that was it. We held on to the ball, in critical times, first, second quarter, third quarter. We held on to the ball just fine, so that was good. Taylorville, on the other hand, is kind of the opposite side of the coin. Hughes rushed the ball. I've got 11 times for 4 yards. Getting rushed the ball 1 time for -1. Odom had 3 carries for 14 yards. McGrath had 1 carry for -1. Beckmeyer had 3 carries for 6 yards, and Turpak had 2 carries for 8 yards. They rushed the ball, 12, 13, 16, 17, 20, 21 times for 30 total yards. That's a 1.4 yard average. So that tells you the struggles that Taylorville had tonight on offense. Passing, Odom came into this game pretty highly touted, was not able to get on track tonight in the throwing game. He was just 4 for 14 for 49 yards and no TDs. They punted the ball 4 times for an average of 33 yards, and they accumulated 5 penalties for 30 yards. So that is my abbreviated Jeff Lonin best shot at stats, Christopher.
There we go. We'll take it. I need to borrow those sheets so I have something to compare to. Got to write something up a little bit later. We'll take one more break on our Schmidt-Chevrolet Buick GMC postgame. When we come back, we'll have your Mountford and Culver's 3 stars of the game still to come. It is a 40-0 final as the Mountford and Rams beat the Taylorville Tornadoes tonight. They start the season 1-0. We'll take a break, come back. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
When you think about planning for tomorrow, it may seem overwhelming. At Country Financial, we have a suggestion. Don't get overwhelmed, get started. Because when it comes to solving the big challenges of tomorrow, you can start with simple steps today. With personalized insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Country Financial. When you're ready to start, we're ready to help. I'm Country Financial Representative Josh Finley. Please visit my office at Historic 1004 Main Street, Mount Vernon, or call 242-4024.
One more reason Culver's could have only started in Wisconsin?
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Just take it from our team member, Sarah.
When you order a Culver's Butterburger, you're never just a customer. You're a guest in our home. See, where we come from, people do right by each other. It's why we cook each Butterburger to order just for you, right down to getting the perfect sear on the beef. Delicious. That extra care may be a small town thing, but it's big time important to us.
Culver's at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon.
Welcome to Delicious.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Mount Vernon Culver's 3 stars of the game are next.
Shouldn't be too hard tonight to figure out who the Mount Vernon Rams 3 stars of the game are tonight, sponsored by Culver's of Mount Vernon. If you're looking for a fun, fast-paced, and good-paying job, work for the Blue Crew family at Culver's in Mount Vernon. Go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon, Illinois, and apply today. Well, obviously there's going to be 4 tonight.
Well, we're not going to leave out the offensive line.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you that. We're not doing it. I'm not going to let that go, unawarded, if that's a word. We are going to award 1 star of the game award to all of our linemen.
Yep. And then tied for the other spot.
That would be 2 tight ends, 2 tackles, 2 guards, and a center.
Absolutely.
All of them get an award.
And the other ones?
I'm going to say our 3 backs.
There you go.
Accumulated about 500 yards
yes,
or 450 yards. Yep. Yeah, I think you got to do that. But, it's hard picking stars of the game. It's not. I don't even like it sometimes because so many kids had to execute, and do things right other than the people that you mentioned in the stars of the game. And, to me, they're all stars tonight. I mean, they really are. All those guys on defense, our quarterback, our running backs, everybody up front, 22 guys plus everybody on the bench that was in the game, you watch that kind of thing too. We got 30 guys down here on not playing on the sideline, and I felt like they were into the game as well. And you just could not have drawn this up better for Coach Mings' return to Mount Vernon. So let's just hope it keeps going. I'd like to thank all the people for coming out tonight. It was a playoff atmosphere, and I promise you the kids got something out of that. Got a little extra juice. So let's try to do that again next week. And bring your cowbells, by the way.
Come on out, see the Rams, the 1-0 Rams, as they battle the Muscuda Indians next Friday night. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff right here on AM 940 or 96.5 FM. Come to the game and bring your radios or watch us live on the Section618.com app or on Section618.com. For Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonan, for Angela French back at the Mount Vernon studio, for all of us at WMIX Sports, I'm Chris Hugo. Final score tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams 40, the Taylorville Tornadoes nothing. So long from the King City.
Football on WMIX and the Section 618 app is sponsored by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.